kusia do fiasi. Ami wa mani dia tuni wo fosa. Ya si se dia mun subo. Etino fina no grand crown. Abusi anfu no grand crown boy. Ami wonti e bia na wa woni bio. See me smile, boy. Mini wooding grana. Don't put baby see on you. I see que bien mini wachija. Samiko. Mini wooding grana. Oh, don't put baby see on you. Enjoy we mini wachija. Mamponi. Mini wooding grana.
What on the jump on the other fucking
entertainment review.
And Mr. Button some
entertainment review. Entertainment review.
What's in the number 14? I see you.
Entertainment review.
In fact, I am one of the members of a fan club of Daddy Lumba. And my favorite song of all time, the speaker, if you would permit me, I would want to take a few lines. Semenya uboni, now you yem se time ya, e uchimia, eni ya ubu, e uchimia, utamia, se uchimia, enu dia ubu. The speaker, to it out there, to it. The speaker, to it. If I've not done any wrong to you, I have not offended you in any way, I have not wronged you.
Dada Lumba never dies. Because if you take the music industry, the music of Dada Lumba will stay forever and ever. Mr. Speaker, I am very sure, and I will not be afraid. I will say, for that, if you take the country as a whole, everyone at least will like one or two of Dada Lumba's music. And I can see it from the faces of my colleagues. If you are sad, Mr. Speaker, just play Dada Lumba's music and you'll be fine. If you are quarreling with your wife, just play Dada Lumba's music and you'll be fine. Mr. Speaker, even if you want to go and do galamsey, play Dada Lumba's music and you'll be encouraged. Mr. Speaker, the man is a legend. If you want to know, with your wife, you have a problem, just play. Odo me pewa sempa o na abwan hia. Pem 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 pem. Odo me pewa sempa o na abwan hia na mpia di pantia. Me pewa sempa o hia na wan kira di pantia. Daddy me pewa semu bebre. Your wife is good to go. Mr. Speaker, Munke Babia de Pakoshe Akoshe to Krum. Mr. Speaker, this is for the Galamsey people. Munke Babia at the Pakoshe Akoshe to Krum. So you know that you know where to go and harvest. Mr. Speaker, so for Dada Lumba, if you're a young man, Mr. Speaker, if you're a young man and you want to make life, listen to that Lumba's music.
Peace FM.
It's it for Miss Mama Kwaba the Peace 104.3. And you wait now, a member of parliament there, Galamse, you know. Now you know what's here, Musem ye, dear, who's a Galamse, and need you more. I mean, it is what it is. Omo Motiasi, Betiasi. Yamina, maybe I bet you. Anyway, let's move along. 35 minutes after 1. Peace 104.3. Tilly Ekia Nipa Ababesraya Waha. May say I know Ababesraya because Oyira Tilly Yamakwava. Nyamia dom na we. Nyamia dom. Enkofo bebre send message eh na Tilly when ye Tilly nka chet ye Tilly when ye Tilly nka. Na me sisi say de udofu. It say to say Tilly a farmer nti odo afu. Enti media na say no o my gabakakra. Da be me no fu me create content around ma omoye fu ne kwaye and farming. Enti no last week me call Sehi baby the Sehi Buako a crobi at the paradise. Me ko share maybe mama Docas a fum or a rice farmer, sounds to a cocoa farmer, a vegetables near the me interview no, and I'm a friend me call Dunkow. Let me call interview Madame Letitia Yankee no no focus here pa I will actually see her baby. You call an interview till last week dear Tuesday mamba no na me work for radio. Wednesday me ko interview Madame Ernestine say to Eagles Farm Kesia pa e work for radio tenkon ona me koye but me work for radio so me call program be by GCCP, that is Ghana Civil Society Cocoa Platform na EUDR European Union Deforestation Regulation tino European Union no mo to Ghana for a cocoa pa e no mo de mraba say omo pe so mo be to cocoa efri oman a omo say omo forest Romdia cocoa into my shemra aba sente baby obi a wuton cocoa ewo EU hobiano make sure say you're not cutting down forest and of course the civil societies no or more cocoa farmers at heart no almost so air forums air training programs send your beya the community levels monitors no on betimi monitor say omo deforestation bia enkoso because we ejuma na say deforestation ekoso na say kasenti ye ntomo kokwa ma woka eguma ye ejuma hunu the whole year gunti no that training na ye koye no our capital view was to train the community level monitors with gadgets send your beya omo fia omo beton alert say we be koso asase bi so they should go and check no mo ko check na say deforestation no betimi report na the necessary measures will be taken and no training and I'm call but then as I said me call form so my next in the content so may drop but say me who sana who go to turmeric say oh yeah let me na wabasa wabasa turmeric wabasa obi le kala say wabasa say toothpick let me dem krada say turmeric I didn't even know say a ginger family ni who yeah count I mean let me name that every time I've heard of turmeric a powder form near there but it was me call her na who so oh yes say oba kese me dem abasa kese eco to turmeric na wo hwa abasa turmeric wo form we who say nyame yodo okay enti form one amubusa tili asene say dey waba anyway yen kon komonimu straight I think it's say na watchi mu de wo social media ne so ahun sanya empanimfo ahodo bebre na akona wo makwakochia Daddy Lumba ebusua if say wo brempon bi na atofom no this week me hu kra me hu ye mampani dada His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ekoho me hu that of Alan Tremantin me hu chairman Wontumi me hu Cheddar Nana Bediako empanifo omakoho de wo modoso pa ye I think say Ghana for empanifo achire wo doni obuo bebre pa ama Daddy Lumba na nsema sese no ekoso social media ne so abebe ye kasa bebre kakra ye be chire adwen wo ho kakra na yatie fi wo ba ko ene amanfo a wo mo twem say Daddy Lumba was say ye den ye sister to mano ebi mo see o we say ye celebration concert be in honor of of Daddy Lumba chese adoso na mo be kaya ya na Daddy Lumba ya na owo teacher bi the music teacher bi ana won fa no eni agro cry ye friend no Mama Champon na Mama Champon ababa be kasa Mama Champon chirema wono de onyaya nanka eye statue ni ade ayesi ebesi ama Daddy Lumba no de ohun is a statue na bi wo hokra ye ntumi em preserve ni ye yentumi enhwe statue ni so ye enti ono de na ginchiremu no onyaya nanka ewe se Daddy Lumba no ye school bia ene ye de be to Daddy Lumba na say ye street bi ana bi bia ebe wo ho afebo ono na ginchira wono nso wode abanie moma yentie eye nene no kakra na say ye babaka ye babeche eye adwe won.
Something has been called, or something to remember, festival, annual. Do you agree with that? I mean, something to be put in place to remember that a lot of people are calling for either a festival, either a statue, something monumental to remember the legend. Do you agree with calls for that? I do agree. First of all, what I would love if the government will agree is to give him a state burial, because he deserved that. Apart from that, for Ghana, when statues are made, we don't take good care of statues. But that's it. But if we can maybe name a school, name something after him that will go out there, that will be the best. A street or a school or something we can always see and will be there always. I don't like statues. Okay. Statues, it will fade away, to break away, to chip off, and then it will disfigure whatever you have put there. Yeah. So I wish that his name will be put on something for good.
Okay, eni amuti eye Mama Champon wono ena no ye Daddy Lumba eye the music school the music teacher was school wono na watchre ne nyum na I'm saying na watch me hu ni interviews bebra wa grante concerning eye the late Daddy Lumba nearby ya wo de bebo nyum Teresa bebrese na chese watch or share some of the fond memories of eye Daddy Lumba wa betwe mo say seni amanfo kasanka yen sister to be mad Daddy Lumba ni ade no ya sempa na emomo no de na dwinkyeremu pa de wonya ya na nka Daddy Lumba no say ye school bi kra na ye besi na ye de ato no say ye street bi ana bibi because ohun ni say Ghana hanum say no statues ye preserve statues no eye ye hwe statues ni ye management of the statues no ya na akwa ye bibi maintenance no na ya na akwa ye bibi enti onu de na dwinkyeremu de wonya school a ke better or council nanu ya na His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo statue ye koye ya esi wona ye da sorry ya o manfo akwa bubu statue negu say de ntia ye ntia se say wo mampani at the time kra no wo ye president na yakwa kosi statue say ye de hye papa ye ni onyam na o manfo de wo mo pe akwa bubu enti say ye extra say yenko ye statue ma Daddy Lumba ye koye ma Daddy Lumba na ochine bi obi a won pe Daddy Lumba asem sorry fiti preko so kwa bubu na eno no ye be ye ne den I mean Tilly
statue die menene ya adwen pa baby a ye statues ye iconic in Crawford ye statue am paying for. We don't keep the place neat at all. We don't keep. In fact, there was a corner crab. I think I don't know in Chroma the Noa. And also say the surrounding no and it's a not. And to say if we are doing something, say yes statue, and they shall obi anan who yam anymore. Even send ya be crash statue no statue ni area no crap. How we keep the place neat? In Poniche say as a nation we respect that person. Into na yes adi na mano no. But say be ye na say hona ma for kwat na ton ade ama hu esi obu no area obu no hu akure no maintenance for it. Na hu fa so pan sentia yeah because sebe that the nam ho no okra ne hu yo. So if we want to do something to actually Yabeshan and Munyam said this is somebody we love, we might as well do something we know we can take care of. Now the conversation of school I really don't know how it would be like, unless of course it be a school of performing arts. and I'm person where we be man now say there's going to be a course or something called the Daddy Lumba. I really don't know, maybe the school of music or side or maybe be there, but say a case you see school and money there, is it going to be a private school? Who are going to be the beneficiaries of that school? And is it going to be a free music school where our legends teach, and all those things have to come to play? What you say? But me one part there say would be some say there na yanyam emada the Lumba and the I think there's a lot we can do, and I think the last to cry about so say and now is that the Lumba Museum will be good. And then every year send you
no yeah buying a yeah na
those that will manage his estate. Omuna omobetre say oh we dey word that the Lumba Japa dey ni bibia ye na ye nim ne journey no ye na ye nim bibia e wo se bibida enti ye pese yes museum mana museum maybe cra ne shirt or share answer na say that the frame no cra betimi a museum ho what you say, so they can do that. And then within that no every year they can decide that they will do a Lumba Fest, and the Lumba Fest will be done on his birthday, because we see how these fan bases of Daddy Lumba they take pride in that. So a Lumba Fest no, and it's a Lumba Fest no, it shouldn't just be a diamond mine. A idea the estate once again they can take it upon themselves, even get my friend says sponsorship from the fan bases, so it can be purely sponsored by maybe Daddy Lumba Germany, Daddy Lumba Kumasi. They can bring finances together, say that we are doing something with a your friend is saying created performances. Ebi on be high Chatter House, and that can be done in partnership with Chatter House. Money a big celebration, say a 2-day celebration, a 1 week celebration, and now 1 day. So very well produced. Ticket prices going out. Then we are using that some to take care of things that concerns the Lumba and then the family and that's in the legacy. And somebody even mentioned said there can be auctions. Yes, at Lumba Fest, no, and I say the museum no, once a year, part of the Lumba Fest celebration, we can have an auction. It's a Afro Coma no use for the tree no can be auctioned. Somebody will buy.
But if we auction this thing, I mean I get the idea, but say auction these things, are we not also selling some of the history that could be preserved for the museum?
No, we are not selling. So if let's say every year the Lumba lived a full life, a very rich life. So even if we are saying that we are even going to sell one thing or auction one thing at a very high price, by the way, one for every year, the next 100 years, because this is a man that lived 60 years, was very vibrant, very active and all. But I think that for the preservation of an historian, it has to be a museum. And a museum, it doesn't have to be just a physical building. It has to be an online where people can pay somewhere and take a virtual tour of the museum. What I say, so it's something that could be done. Then once in a while we can do an auction as part of the Daddy Lumba, and the fact that I own something in a museum doesn't mean Matubi doesn't mean I should take it away. I can even keep it there, but it belongs to me, and I want museum hall for people to actually also feel it, use it, and I won't share at the Kodiano. And I think so when it comes to your award scheme now. Send your who send a debia in a high life for we don't cherish high life. I think that we can have Daddy Lumba High Life Award in this TGM. So the award, the High Life Award and a High Life Song of the Year, it can become the Daddy Lumba High Life Song of the Year. And somebody, a sector can actually
Ghana to form
they can sponsor it. Somebody can sponsor it.
In your chrome honey, Tina, Obi Crowny, Obi so your High Life King.
No.
Yeah, me buana.
Yeah.
Me bua. Your question will be chair was stage so no your henny of High Life in Tino. I mean, I'm actually the day crowning Kwame Eugene.
There's this award that is by a brand. One of these awards in TGMA. I don't know if this year it's happening, but there was this award. I think green something, but agree with me. Was it not sponsored by a brand? I think it was sponsored by a brand. So I'm just saying, yeah, penny for no money, penny for no. Not the Lumba legacy in Domakuma, so they can decide that we will sponsor sa High Life category, no, and so we call it that the Lumba High Life category of the year. It's what we need. There's a cash prize attached to it for you. What you say? And then we'll be proud. There's even a promotion project, this one, marketing, whatever, attached to it. What you say? So that is a way the industry, anyone might be a we should find a way of preserving our culture. We'll intentionally find a way to ensure, say, and I won't scheme every year celebrating music, that the Lumba will have a place in there, possibly in perpetuity. And I said for the next 10 years, just to make sure that the name of Daddy Lumba doesn't end with us now. It's always in the scheme every year. Something about him is going on. What you say? So I don't think it cannot be done. Now, so TGM, almost more response is article. And if somebody is saying every edition be a 200,000 for that category, then the Lumba High Life category of the year, don't you think that they will take it? They will do it. They'll make your craft to tell more castle. And what does this Paul? What does this spoil? It doesn't spoil anything. It's all we know. Who a cash price? Maybe 50,000 me, and then some promotional marketing budget to stock home. Then the TGM they get 200,000 to offset their cost. And you think they won't do it? They will do it. And this should come from people who love that nobody want to see his legacy move past one generation, into the next generation. It can be done.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, I believe, sir, at this moment, in terms of suggestion, they be beba. But I can say ebusian so better now almost make your decision because say even a buying between a mom be cry being here say ebusian so imagine beka ho. In terms of suggestion, I think say my champon okay school no metiase because say former teacher there school same new room into school so there enya de bone also yaka statue culture na yo kromano. I think say depending on baby because so kwa asante ma otumfo says to statue ni dey baby one dey even though e crowded area no obi anko ho embe no enkoye eyi bibia because omo revere asante hene ati ase usually a reference yedema some monuments no. In terms of debate my yama daddy, I think majority no ana mukese no ejina busuan so because at the end of the day no ono na yo omde share ana bibia beko omo ho museum asema ye ken ye ade a omo betimi aye be mo ka so munye won suta be mo so munye wa akra me sure some international be discuss it. In terms of music start till kind music course, I think say for most people no usually omo be free man omo ye donation usually omo make hefty donation ye donation na fe there ye dey atono but minim say School of Performing Arts for University of Ghana omo recording studio ho to me sure say maybe some heavy donation because one bit man that the Lumba recording a studio na ahye di menu nyam for street ne dey I think say possible no they were buying say buying the 2D maybe I nya akra but me sure say baby a free in suta de on bet me nya street or bet me de atono na amani din aka ho afebo inti I'm hoping say sebusu ane tenasia now after people they say dey say maybe a book of condolence no inti nkofo bebre rera ho inti me sure so ma tenasia kasa properly but me sure say baby a ye beti ye ba also a ye so a ye be take no ye be support aboa na ometimi enya don person mo like legacy no person mo provide no but also I just am mo ne say so mo tena si wi a that the Lumba nyumo ye ni na omo mpe na omo mpe ehu echire ekwan because one pe hu echire kwan na be motimi yira be motimi didi hu because o hana nkrofo didi ye legends be hu a omo ni mo hwe nti omo consolidate and the first step. And after that, no, I think say royalties a bit.
Well, cousin for ADD legends who unim say. Omudi can be a YouTube account. Any idea the Daddy Lumba? They are really making money off Daddy Lumba's content.
Oh, yes.
But these are not major channels. A free a year Daddy Lumba Juan Casao.
When you YouTube, call even Apple Music, Spotify, Audio Mac, be more hokromunim so on your crowd. But omonyom ohwa e make iska because say oba nyum to ma ya nyum tetenyum no eno na tanye iska pa because nkrofo etie nti na so mutimi e make sure so mba ye auditing of ne nyum ni na ye ne dia no na omo account for it and sana obi a wonka ebusuan ho edidi a omo munya hwe ndim fim.
Okay, ye beto ankomone so na San come away, me fenchemu briefly, then we go to the subsequent ones. Man say comparison because it was social media with a year Daddy Lumba and Michael Jackson comparison. My Okoswa Ababe a big issue on it. I mean, in that interview, no na many portfolio na age now. and na watch mu say you can say enye chikasa anka Michael Jackson enye na feni Daddy Lumba. And I think say a lot of people have taken it out of context. Or better still we be na omanfo ni bi ye debate say who did Daddy Lumba to Michael Jackson why ni say unti hey do you know Michael Jackson who she ni padom ni ade amanfo so say yeah kasa lyrical content say banning nyumpa Daddy Lumba on to Michael Jackson. I believe say you followed some of these you kind of say conversations. Yeah. I'm if I'm chassis.
Okay. First things first, Michael Jackson a legend, Daddy Lumba a legend. No cranny about Copesa Oba Ghana ha. Say the Michael Jackson Jina near the Lumba Jina ha. Me sure so be more people are. Omati Lumba nyom chain Michael Jackson nyom. I know the fact that ho. Anna obi make statement are usually a subjective based on the background personal experience. I think say portfolio make key statement no based on your no baby original the perspective any on the history on name. In terms of global dominance there, me sure see bit me compare global reach no Michael Jackson to Daddy Lumba because apart from usually make us say ya Ghana who we chire 50%. Ya America we 100% because structure and the different. What you say? Intinanka you similar structure wa ha. Me sure say nanka Daddy Lumba a bit me drew level of Michael Jackson one. But unfortunately, none market Ghana ha. And in terms of global reach na appeal need a bad thing because even Michael Jackson cry I think the late president JJ Rollins cry an award. What you say? Inti I don't think say you compare or more based on that. But in terms of impact I believe say where you Ghana hanu ya feel Lumba impact pa you bet me equate to the conform America maybe Ambeka Michael Jackson impact but in terms of sales any other in terms of the business side need there any idea bet me I compare because the numbers don't lie numbers no MJ to say internet usually compare Daddy Lumba to MJ. In fact, we don't say you can compare it because time Michael Jackson started, na Lumba started no yum tone. No credit eba compare. Yes, Michael Jackson is a cry lifestyle. Because no a diva na generational talent. To say MJ and a prince. Inti that's the level. But I feel say that conversation took away kakra from morning na year morning. I feel na better no comparison. We nim Ghana for bemo de faha. Bimukra na bimukra compares can color. You're taking out of exaggeration. But I think say subjective based on obi perspective. And I'll be decided whether we bigger and we bigger.
All right, Tilly.
Sound come on a non-starter, mommy. I'm not even going to delve into the whatever.
Say non-starter, mama.
A non-starter. The global dominance of Michael Jackson is not the same for Daddy Lumba. Michael Jackson too, it's not even just the music he sold, it was the dancing part of him that the world even loved.
But Daddy Lumba had a dance. What are you talking about? Abin Waha? You don't know that dance? Hey. You don't know that Abin Waha dance?
Ghana 4.
Dance.
No, I'm telling you, you are who did dance?
Michael Jackson was a dancer. Michael Jackson, he didn't just sell the music, he sold the dance. In fact, sana asenya all kofu mubino. It was a global and he was in fact the music videos were full movie trailer omuko asama don't know now Mr. Crown I was introduced to that. The reason I don't want to get into that comparison and the reason why I see this comparison as null and void in the they say to me it opens an avenue for disrespect for a legend no what you say because Daddy Lumba is Daddy Lumba for us. What you say? So if Sebi and the one you hona ye kana sama, let's talk about the man that he is. How impactful he was with his music. But so we fan every side. Now ordinary compare another person who made a global impact. It's like you are creating room for Sebi in Korea mumwa do online. I did that the whole fell online. What you say? And it's because somebody just started and command was started. Because even if you want to put everything down, Daddy and Michael Jackson. These are two different people that serve two different worlds with two different systems that promoted what I said. Like, two different to want to even start in common way. To me, no, me, I just think say we should celebrate the man that he is, the legend and the icon he is. Now you other things. Sebi, the next time if another icon is down, we can celebrate him without having to compare him, because now once we do the comparison, we are just disrespecting his legacy, and to me, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
All right, let me take you back in the day where Daddy Lumba was giving us the dance hall vibe, you know.
The president himself, for instance, has been seriously criticized about
Entertainment Review. Entertainment Review. Entertainment Review. Entertainment Review.
But I saw Lumba, I saw Egon, no love your Lumba, but I saw no love your daddy, but I saw Lumba, I saw Egon, no love your Lumba, but I saw. Get a long time you see though, long time me a wait, full time now you fi knock on me gate. A long time me a see though, long time me a wait, a full time now you fi knock on me gate. I want you today and not tomorrow. I want you today and not tomorrow. A long time me a wait and me want you fi good, fi good, fi good, fi good. Girl, I love you still as I would say. I can't stand to lose you to someone else. Oh, girl. I can't stand to lose you to someone else. Oh, girl. Girl, I want you back down, back for good, and I want you. Whatever went wrong, I will make it right. Oh, whatever went wrong, I will make it right. Oh, what else can I say? Oh, babe, I'm sorry. What else can I do? Oh, forgive and forget. Take me back for good. Back for good. 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 Take me back for good. Whatever went wrong, sweat, them a sweat, them a sweat, and they no get no eat.
It's FM.
Gonna make you sweat. I will keep it till you get so wet, till you start calling out my name.
Forgive and forget. Anyway, what's here now? What's here? My lyrics are. And you may want to we are going to reach it. But this is the 11th studio album of Daddy Lumba. Released in the year 1997, and Daddy Lumba released the year album of Friend Back for Good. The album no debut on the 11th of September 1997. Album winner was 7 solid tracks. And now Back for Good. One of the songs are standing out on this album. This is the 11th studio album of Daddy Lumba. The new way, son. Now would offer be why and a bonia. Now the new way I shame. Now a boamano. Second verse, no. Or say I'm going to play your sweet melodies throughout the night. Yeah, this one I don't mean to wink. To the one gonna go to you, the passage. All right. Yenton Koyanim still celebrating the legend Daddy Lumba. Mekamo say a year in video no bekoso and then you may our Independence Square. Nia we here and say wahofa dear ubeshe tuntum na wode wo candle akọ Independence Square obia betumi akọ hobi na ye nina ya kwa celebrating a year the legend Daddy Lumba. Senya medical ya kano se wo hwena se wuntumi enkwa enye enha ho ebia na ba bia wo no ho wa wo so ya o video wo fie ohun wo so a year wo candle wa hye watare tuntum ene wo boda Daddy Lumba nyum background wo twa wo video na wo so wo dia to TikTok na chese yaji internet no aboso all in a year you know, celebrating a year the legend a year Daddy Lumba. Yeah, beto an common so now one of the komo ayen to me and go by and I say yen to me nkasa yen nu komo and sem bia a year Daddy Lumba a watch no ababa beto. And then no me who say a year Daddy Lumba a lawyer for Eden Krata bi ababa betuja. A year Baba Jamal and Associates for Echemu say a year omanfua wamaba social media wamobeke kansemoni ade wamudi gu Daddy Lumba hufi anase wamu chiremu se aso sebi imprejasa Daddy Lumba wanya ni baby kwei na odi wo kano wamu chira wamu se so wamu wo claims bi omu pese omu make ya wamu enfamra the right Briaya, woman beba, wombe to me, ababe disan, komono no mashim. Maminkai and Krata, we a year press statement, Baba Jamal and Associate Legal Consultants, Solicitors and Advocates, a release here on the 1st of August. Wamo echema, mekain potoka semka krete for miwia mababe chemu, ewochimu. Etia sema eda and Krata, so as a circulating claims against Ghana's iconic musicians, Charles Kwejo Safo, aka Charles Kwejo Fosu, aka Daddy Lumba. One must say the Fosu family has taken notice of various videos, public statements, and social media posts circulating in recent days alleging claims against Ghana's iconic musician, the late Charles Kwejo Fosu, affectionately known as Daddy Lumba. In the spirit of transparency and dignity, all such persons with genuine and viable and verifiable claims against the late Daddy Lumba are respectfully invited to submit such claims to the lawyers of the Fosu family, and such claims will be resolved amicably. We also serve notice and caution to all individuals or media outlets who continue to publish defamatory, unverified and misleading content about the late Daddy Lumba to desist from such acts or will be held legally accountable. We urge the general public to act with respect and decorum as we mourn and prepare to bid a befitting farewell to the legend musician Daddy Lumba. Enkrate Nyanisasha sie eye Fati Ali Yala, our lawyer for the Fosu family. Na nia wamo chede se wamwa enei womo pia bontin say Daddy Lumba de meko Daddy Lumba beji misika ena o se obeye se ya mame ena wanye ena obeji meka ena obeye se nyina no womo tonsa frem se mumra eye Baba Jamal and associate hono na momfa monsema mo ka eye genuine ye kasefa dance die anase bibia obetumi dia verify no wo benya dia ba no fabra nebra ne be kire wo nsemu eche aloyafo no no omo hwemu na wo mo tenase na such claims no verified na ye no krea wo mo be hwe na wo matene na na se wo masiesie ne kama na yetumi ya resolve asem no amicably na mom mo amuti social media mo amuti TikTok eti eye abefu ntintamfidie so ekekansem mu kire nsemu mo na mo ba be kire Daddy Lumba busuansemu mo na mo ba be kire de ekun no mo na mo ba be kire ba bi okofa ye ni oware no empre bi okotwenye ene fan kosi ya mo kansem a ensem fatana mo di gu eye obrempom bi ti se Daddy Lumba ni mu ase no munyai a lawyer for ni si munyai se mwanyai a wo mo be hold him accountable legally na che say ye be serve then you kopie court them ho a na won nsem a wo si woni mefa Daddy Lumba ho a wo na wo kire mu a wo kire ni mu a kire na se no why ye den wakwa kirem ewo eye you can say court them ho na watch him so far some of the claims are ye concerning in kofa wo mu kire say Daddy Lumba edi omuka eye Paul G wonu chema ode eye 40,000 bi ekoma eye Daddy Lumba na nka Daddy Lumba in return of that 40,000 there was so money material bi a wono be distribute but Daddy Lumba G sika no anye den amabio content na nka was ode man na ma yate eye CEO of Joy Industries eye Dr. Manfred wonu su chemu said Daddy Lumba de neka obaji ni sika so oni ni bebo show e osa je neka Tundra ama and also the second one ayate among others yate ayake so we na a lawyer for no e dia babeto say last week Thursday no ye di hu komo kaka but no ye betim said yes dear no be the mechanic and fine ko see hey na then is it really necessary at this point yen to me enko the right source na yen ko claim ye sika yes woni pa asabio wato for ma na woni wa obeyi ne ho ano no ye claim say wo de ye kanana tili
my asamo in as much as I was hoping say in same be say MPM bano who say it's part of the way things unfold when it comes to young yes hider, and I like the way Ebusiafono handle situation. No, they are not leaving anything to chance. Into sebe social media and ya danka ye ntimi nkwache bibi ma wo otundra akoka baby a ye begia ma wo entino say what they to social media I say the goal is simply to disgrace the man because if it's about getting the tenor sabe Daddy Lumba now on ye homeless or ebusia and we've seen people going to a particular house ever since that the tour form and to sabe wo asemu bia kai hona nka mesusu say ebe kod but they to social media the other say once again you are opening the legend up for ridicule. I am the past statements now kind of abeda bonting and then it is Baba Jamal and Crawford say if you have any of such grievances no this is the quarters the right quarters to report it to no now of course maybe they will do it and that is the best thing they could have done because I don't see why they will cow or social media now to if the goal is not to disgrace the person because I don't see how me till you video I can get it back for you and you know I am glad they have created an avenue to resolve all this tobe send your beya or chinebi or being enko jana because na that I say that I will say ya or ebusian of rebusium Sebi impanyifo wo fie enti kone kwa asem na se bibi wo ma ombehe do mbe ya amount. I really like some proactive nature of the family, no, any lawyers, no, how they are trying to handle things. Into no power at all. If you have any legitimate thing, what's a worker, you have been shown the way. Koho, but what they better na social media, dear. You know, no one train, yeah, train my cry. I say, and then go see an episode good daddy, and also the young penny cry.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. Lawyers no omo major. I think say ebusiana for lawyers na so estate because I think we buy no ye na ye hu commentary from certain quarters buy ye nim say no kra na entra but with directive lawyers na ma no a clear way of chasing your grievance so o fele say a kabi woman and as obi bu on the lawyers no say pacho trobra o baswa for evidence chere say no kreba fabra say what the ba ni agituma ebusuano ene obetna se ni discuss the way forward. I think say no one lawyers now that's the right way to go. I think say we best stop other people from making comments on social media now more use radio and TV so because all kind of way to me improve here lawyers never take you one into a bed detain conform make baseless accusations. And I think say family na idea so about out in them man train man in do stage ni dim be say crans no more ba into bebo ebusuana ba so.
Okay, now one of a year and Komobi and also beto a year ex deputy minister for a year arts, tourism and culture, a year honorable Makokweku Mantey. Story be and also enamo from him. Osha headline, that's why I try say almost say honorable Makokweku Mantey say Daddy Lumba edgy Dr. Bawumia Sika, but one producing no. Ye pusu ahumana na nke pese ene Daddy ye ne eyasamo. Na nke pese ene eye honorable Makokweku Mantey kasa but wa ma ye nchemu kakra ete for ye de be mamu na nsema waka ye no se bia wa wo be hu headline no am mislead you na wachemu say ko interview ni ebusa no question say Adenti na Daddy Lumba and to me anya nyuma ma Dr. Bawumia say ni nim say one of the biggest campaign songs ever ye nya no krom ha na efi eye Daddy Lumba ho na wo ye wi na se mo be ka yeti for na ye busa ne say Adenti na want to me anya nyuma ma Dr. Bawumia na no chemu say oh enye say Daddy Lumba to me anya nyuma ma Dr. Bawumia na emom omone ne kasa ye kra ma sika e wose ye de man no ye de man but sa time no na say ne yare ni mu aye den kakra na kwakoye on and off and then nona and to me and Daddy Lumba wanyeding one and to me and producing yum na mother to Dr. Bawumia na say na wo kan say wakwako jini sika ena sebio wanyeding wanye eye ejuma na anke weso ye no. I think say it was just something that happened, circumstance beyond control. And until went to me into no honorable Makokweku Mantey they are no kano na nyese wo ka e de a chese amanfo ba wo mo ka say na Daddy Lumba de mike Daddy Lumba Jim Skawe na wono so e kan bi enye sa na eye den etie intete for enchemu a e wo ho no a ye de mamo no he didn't na article no so chese wo bo sika kese bi e chese say na Daddy Lumba eje but according to Honorable Makokweku Mantey no enye no kresa wa mosike bia so e was a interview nim into obesre say yes news na circulate no misleading and false and it didn't mean anything negative on the late icon Daddy Lumba. Well, it's for den come betray ha na ya to akoye nim 21 minutes after 2 and the 2nd of August Saturday.
Peace FM.
What on jump on the other fucking
Entertainment review.
and then Mr. Wuberton some
Entertainment review.
Now I don't mean the
Entertainment review. Entertainment review.
Ghana for my fans.
It's here for 22 minutes after 2. Mahaya Peace 104.3. Young Koyanim. Na mobakaya emre bi etwa mu na Ghana for ye ka data ho asem se data boy din no mekai se san komo e be ye nkomo kese pa wo social media ne so a amanfo ha honorable Sam Jata George adwene omo ha na adwene se honorable wo hye ye bo se data ne ba wo bete so akwakosi se data no so bete so didimu ena yete asempa any said data yi ba ye no na fe prices no any data allocated na ye de ma ye nkane no asesa na chesesi sei no sika na wutua no data ni bia ye den aba be ka ho mo na Ghana fo ani age ye bo honorable Sam George abaso ye chem say ye honorable Sam George we deliver wo bo she so didimu anche na say content creators si tilimone ya omui na fe wo ma start another conversation chem say as a data foforo ye dey abey ye so data na ye use na fe data na ye den asa ye use na data no esakra ansa na emre wo say esa na chese we no foforo na aba no ene ba ko na nka ba ko no kra chesin we fufro no utoya na asa fufro no utoya na asa enti ba ko no kra den chesin we na honorable Sam George Endra the first data consumption no what you say enye telcos no form so na mom user behavior say yen use data no your settings in your phone so mo beka ya na ye kwako ready budget no one of the bloggers I think 1957 news Asia no busanz honorable Sam George Ghana for Bob Abaso say data no di bia ba beka na mom se say no mo se data no ye to ya na wo YouTube na wo bi ahwem na asa wa wo do the Netflix de na edue mo amutwa content so am uploading so ne de na bobo say TikTok you to me bia bi wo how to me tena so na ade achekra na wonim sa ade ache chese wo bia ya na data na hwem neko honorable Sam George Tremu said debi enye telcos no phone so na emum yen ye settings na minkai article yi na it's from the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations Honorable Sam George has revealed that investigations into the recent complaints about high data usage have shown that the user behavior and device settings are largely to blame, not price manipulation by telecom companies. Speaking during the Government Accountability Series on Friday, the 1st of August, the minister said an operational task force had been established at the National Communication Authority (NCA) in collaboration with mobile network operators to investigate public concerns raised on social media. He explained that every complaint referred to the task force has been thoroughly investigated and none has been linked to data price tampering, but have been proven that it is user settings and user behaviors that had affected the use of their data. Assuring consumers of the ministry's vigilance, the minister emphasized that regulatory actions would only follow evidence-based findings and reiterated the government's commitment to consumer protection and transparency in telecom sector. It's for Honorable Sam George Chema me bone tofa. Was it sa claims na o manfo no no social media no. Wa hwe at tax force bi a wo mo betena se a wo maye den wo mo behwehwe mu. Na sa tax force no has been established ewo the National Communications Authority NCA ho no wo ne mobile network operators no wo ma tena se ahwehwem sa public concerns ya amanfo yi raise no ma kire mu se complaint na amanfo e de ba ye no ye de ma tax force no Wama hwehwɛ mu yie pa ehunu sɛ data na yɛtɔ na yɛtɔ yɛhwim na yɛtɔ yɛhwim na sisi a asa no enye telcofoɔ no na wama tena se akyinkyim yɛnsa sɛ o mu de mu yɛ ma mu data na yɛn yɛbɛsa atwe ya de enye sa na ti o na emom yɛn ya use data no your phone settings no any your user behavior ni ye bia ye no phone so a yɛn ye settings ni ye no ene ma data no esantem sanche mu na honorable Sam George Ediaba na mi mom de meti na mi busa me say na say kanina na mi to data no sene na mi data settings tie sa na me say me mom de me kasa from experience me data settings bia me ne hwe me background apps and was so old time and me top 350 MT and me 92 gigs ahe sa na tie me nsesa na ye enti no settings na dey very possible say ye benya ebi atelco fo no ma ba be chen settings ni ye be ye se ne bi betumi save your data na say na tie ma me nko content creators for no tilimu wo mu no mu use data akese pa edu ba bi ni upload na network na jam a wo mu no ma hijack network na ya upload ya enko tili
I think say tax force we was almost answer call back now omukoye nhwehwe mu more because till me fan say na me to data 20 cedis 400 megabytes and I say whatever na say wo catch me say now what the be aka data na ho na me first that time na me to data na lasted me for 3 days considering me daily activities of data use na lasted me for 3 days na fe wo di bia ka ho na fe abe 200 megabytes I said 150 na lasted me 2 days or less. How are you telling me say I am aiming from so when I'm still doing the same workload I mean? Because someone like me name said I be weak here me try me say me try podcast and opa me try and you remember say me try me 60 seconds news no in between that then I'm doing data here. As a matter of fact between July Saturday will take effect I have it even short more of my long form content now my numeric content and as you said I have traveled more but I see I am buying data more same amount that I am buying it more now. May you 1 2 3 now I say article. Now I have to do it again. So if you come back and you tell me that I have to check my data settings,
quality of service,
it means that one more cassette I didn't run fast. It could be true. Because if I didn't have to turn it off and I was getting 3 days out, why do I need to turn it off now to get that same 3 days? That means that something be moving faster than it should.
Okay, till so jemu ho na me pese ye bo eni no honorable Sam George ni no na ye tie ni ye na etumi echere mu ye.
And let me make the point here that we are very well aware of the challenges of the networks relative to quality of service. And as I indicated in my last press briefing, we've given them the third quarter to implement and utilize the spectrum that has been made available to them. And subsequent to that, in Q4, we will begin rigorous enforcement of quality of service. We will not hesitate as a ministry to give policy direction to the regulator, the NCA, to impose very hefty fines on companies or mobile network operators who fail to meet their quality of service obligations. I would also segue here into the issue of that has become topical of data and data running faster and disappearing. Let me be clear. My fidelity and that of the ministry and the government of President Mahama is to the Ghanaian people. Our interest is the best interest of the Ghanaian people. However, these are technical issues that we would only be able to act on the basis of evidence and not sentiments. I have seen a number of complaints on social media, and I've set up a specialized task force at the NCA and at all the mobile network operators to deal with these complaints. Let me state on the record, every single one of the complaints that have been referred to the team have been investigated, and all of them have proven that it is user settings and user behaviors that have affected the use of their data, and that there has been no price tampering. Let me reiterate, I will not hesitate to deal decisively as minister with any telecom company that falters or alters the pricing that is approved by the NCA. But unless there is evidence of same, you cannot punish somebody just because people are making a claim that is not backed by the evidence. And I can show to the media today evidence, maybe in the Q&A, of some of these instances. In fact, the last one that was dealt with, that I got a report on this morning, the individual complained. I asked the NCA to reach out to him. For 48 hours, he did not respond. So I had to go back on X and retweet at him and say that we've been trying to reach out to you. When we did the investigation, it turned out that he actually handed his own device over to somebody. And when they did the record, they realized that the person used it to watch and stream videos. And that's how come the data he was expecting to keep. And I have evidence of this. I mean, and some of them, we've actually urged some of them to come out and do public sensitization. I'm sure you all saw the one by Mr. DKB when he complained about his data, and subsequently he realized that it was from his own user behavior. But like I said, we will continue to deal with every single one that comes our way.
All right, any amuti Honorable Sam George watch mu say enye enye price manipulation from a year telcos for no name user behaviors no any your phone settings no eno ena my data no etumi eko shim santili to asem so.
I think say me jina maybe I'm na because I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I'm using the month of July because July na it take effect. My activities as a content creator, me uploading longer form content now was significantly reduced in July because now it's too quiet and I'm a year and but within South July now I think I have bought a lot of data back to back compared to probably even the month before. So if you are telling a mechanic, if I have to check my user settings when in the whole year I wasn't doing user settings and whatever behavior, and now I have to do it, it means that there has been a need for it. And what has caused that need, It means that it could be that the data ran faster than usual. So now I'm forced to check all those things. Then it opens the conversation up. When me call for radio no, I thought say I am me youth yard. Yeah, you should be online, the farmer I went to interview, Madam Ernestine said to. Yeah, want to say now saying there some George data ya or call count once a journey pound. And I'm saying, oh, okay, then it's not just now we are always actively online. It means that even the older generation, they buy data the way they move. They can see that they ain't I am a say idea we buy one person that became the mouthpiece or some form of an informal whatever was DKB. As soon as they said now, also they say I apologize. So when you do that, a pastor, it's like it puts heavy. So if you are the minister and you've received a lot of complaints, I don't think people on their own will just wake up and say, oh, where are See, I think the task force, they have to go back and go and look at it because the data is running fast. Actually, it is running faster than it used to be. I have bought more data. This is the matter more data. And today, now we have to check our settings and everything to be able to get a stable data at a certain price. What has changed?
Are we at a place where you've been here said these telcos, I mean, they are virtually on every TV station, and in fact, social media itself alone is a huge platform. Say, one more train, say, iPhone users. These are the right settings you are supposed to do.
No, but
Android users.
It even comes to affirm Asemna American. If all the whole year I didn't have to do those settings. That's a minute 3 days. If I say me your friend says 7 points, whatever gig now me talk from Telecel now. If I didn't have to do that, all this, that's a minute 3 days of network. How come all of a sudden your friend is saying July, you see July package. Now I have to do all that just to get that same 3 days. It means something has changed. And now it is simple logic. I don't get it. What you are saying? We have been through the same system. I have put this data since last year with price increase and all. And then I am here. And then the last time I bought it and in previous time, the menu used to cry 3 days, me 7 gig the besom. And then suddenly more increase and more yes our changes when no if it's becoming 3 days or less and you are telling me that the reason why I'm not getting my 3 days again is because I have to turn off my data and everything when I'm still doing the same workload, it means that something had changed. Because if I change, why do I need to change my settings now when I'm even doing less of the work I did? Why do we have to fix it? It's a baby or honestly, I think that the tax force no pay time as how come we started. Yeah, some judge can say we cannot do it based on sentiment now, and now it hasn't been 2 weeks. So how long did the tax force take to monitor our system? What you are saying? Because this thing was implemented just last month, and within that month there's been a lot of complaints. So how come we are in, this is 2nd August and there is 2nd August within our 1 month now for our complaint? How did you use 2 weeks to even fix that, to check to see say problem in here? How would you know? So I think they should take ample time, look at the system for a while and see if it's the behavior they are talking about, user behavior, and they can compare it to certain times and see what they are saying.
User behavior, I mean, say, Papa.
User behavior could mean say your consumption now has become more, and an so user behavior at first and you remember that I don't stay on TikTok for 2 hours, but now user behavior, now you are staying on TikTok for more than 2 hours in the night. What you are saying, and obviously in the night and area network near good, which means that the way I ever run fast, no, data ever run 2 hours now. First, one spending because of your new behavior of watching TikTok before you sleep. No, you are spending more data, so you can't wake up and say, hey, my data is running faster when at first you are not watching TikTok for 2 hours. What you are saying, so certain things that pertain to how you consume data on your phone, no, is the user behavior, and then the phone settings could mean say sometimes some apps are on and running in the background, and those are apps that use data. Or first say the laptop so I was set to crowd but YouTube ad baby to say the phone so on close tabs no there is way or a friend say YouTube or back will be a boom play where was all those things, all those apps they run on data. It is the app setting or the phone setting is how you decide say we do setting apps to the consume data, and they can tell you that you can set it send a bear. So if it's a TikTok, who uploaded TikTok or a video or TikToker, there's a setting that tells you don't post high quality, which means that when you are posting, it doesn't consume a lot of data to post that kind of quality. Or to say me I'm a creme de la creme, I have increased that one to high quality, which means that the data consumption, no, if I'm on TikTok and I'm uploading, will be higher than will be a very simple not data consuming. What you are saying, there are dynamics, but once again it comes back to what I'm saying. If that has been my system and my user behavior and there hasn't been much of a change for the increase, actually that's still I have to change all these things just to get that same 3 days. Something has changed.
They won't can do because me no me share me data na me to first. The amedi and no one amedi you and sign intino yeah. Remember Ibiana.
Okay. Well, I feel say honorable so I set up task force. Task force never investigate every single one. Unfortunately, one number of complaints that task force no nya my investigate ani na prove say you user behavior into him say 1,000 complaints and 2,000 and 2 and DKB DNP one make it example in TNT say started 1st July.
Yeah.
1st July na me toya me to 399 there no me na say 214 gig patcho majority of me usage no me mo fie mo table net nti say me phone use Wi-Fi basically.
Just say data now no wait, so let me understand. Wi-Fi now use with you know is different from 399 now what all phones.
399 now my phone so. Plazun sa o Thomas sama o use mbo amon sama 4G bonus. Minya no so bi. Nti say bro I think bro 250 gig. Aha. And 2nd August. Me checking me data this is here. I come me 114. say 100 gig plus ana eko ana mimi you be a me use Wi-Fi say mo fear ana majority of the time mo fear into question here mimi user behavior near den because say me peer me nya time me am phone so this time mo fear me am phone so but my battery in the crane na me am phone so bebre into say me am use Wi-Fi crampo no 100 gig ekwa ene omo use Wi-Fi omo use omo phone to for religiously need the ene mo bre because me sure say na Kenya Wi-Fi na me use na nka me use me na nka one man kan so ana de ani ehwe yen ka nokre de ani ehwe Ghana for me hwe big cry be me TikTok ana Facebook how cry your settings I may reduce quality no what you say.
You know, one of the things I struggle with understanding when it comes to this user behavior near the identity, me for one, normally me phone, me use Wena a way tray no tabs na tili bosono. I don't close it normally. And that has been me when I used to buy the 350 CDs for 92 gig.
Yeah.
That gig wasn't 92 or it was 90 something. Now me thought 350 CD. And that has been me. Now me tabs in the back end, you know, me close and one I'm share Netflix and one I'm share TikTok, Instagram, whatever. So what has changed now? I know now no me be as say was me checking my settings be and was me call back and now me close it tab be na as support. I think so we need an answer to that question.
Yes, we need an answer. Basically the more chance oh that do more data. Sana me understanding the
Pause.
Say what so you so receive because
Dabi
because I can't never how much now one factor data na ko.
Dabi any or more time difference. Ti no ye the data to ho say dey
me chiro say ko ne ba pe data na ko because data e buy na ko nti don pa chen say do mo data sana wo da data bia em free we use ana me boa sana ye pa chire but first I say establish say data no first of all I say at data no so data ni ante so ye the bandwidth ni bi na kan ho nti yen te say at data so ye the bandwidth ana aka ho ana bandwidth na de aka ho no se sia ya na use old one no te say DK be kan extra data no se sia ya nsu na use some joy data but you compare to now you won't say difference from you won't say ba na iso no e chechen the doors
exactly
what you say and I think these are valid complaints but sometimes minister na kasa I say man no feel like oh mo kasa dodo because mo check mo ho ansa na makasa but these are the same people omu daily consumption the same thing omu use omu phone for no and one omu use for 6 years and data no yes so I think there's a valid point maybe moment me pinpoint the exact reason here maybe data neko we me have that for explanation but even post say run apps na run on the background in puna data mpa let's be honest apps na Facebook ni social media platform no mo share wan ase o share some George ase o cost about for ma bibi e dey phone use ye ni na no is under that ministry indi say app na consumption bi ade omno instruments no betime determine na maye hu intia ba na sa what you say but may invalidate the fact say nkrofo complain also I believe say so it me my data of complaints so menya no say data no e provision nkrofo
I no may release statements non trade it and now person anything
so he's a man of data
so and also set up task force what you mean set up task force on be nkrofo menu complaint.
Yeah, and use that as the solution for Obia. No.
But I make us all making the press or press briefing. No, when stating number of complaints, so many they must solve it because now quite available the data. So okay, cover 15,000 they complain. Check in na data behavior. Yet he says okay, and the 14,000 for no data behavior. Life size. To catch okay and maybe
phone settings
maybe they say I for data cost no psychologically no maybe now come spend 1 hour but my dream no almost spend 2 hours and 3 hours for TikToks because my dream no data and also what you say but say complaints near 2 pen amon sa kan and plus complaints ne crasta ben you complaining But your man have bit me complaining to task force now. Because me name store munya complaints no. Social media for no manga some reach out to them and now say in call for hotline be or more free complain. What's the matter? In case of multi provided data no because task force na juma no yes some investigate complaints. Complaints no me investigate. Ni na umpa say ni na buy ni na ye consumer ne fault na. Say consumer ne fault na ati say consumer ne fault. But me sure say for 16 and 15,000 be complain every single one of them be consumer behavior. In case there's a situation going to say one kasa kan yi. Start now use data no. June no. San we use no July. But the difference is clear. Data na quantum. What you say? Now we case consumer behavior. Me am use I don't know say me behavior na me behavior until I'm use I don't know. It also explain it right na so etimiti ase. Because I think explanation now is too vague and shredded in some form of
it's ambiguous
secrecy because task force then when they lead the task force investigation say na mai
so ye task force no omoni eye telco no e na abom no omo ye sa investigation no
but omo ye independent investigation outside of the telco sana but that telco they maybe me abroad me data say consumption no ni say the ever so now be investigate
especially if I'm the one perpetrating the crime.
What you say? Say the man na okay we ko ha 2 gig ko ha 4 gig for
tax force no if the NCA
my number
and a mobile network operators no and woma boom no ma investigate this public concerns of fast data consumption.
Oh na make us say me talk investigation abinyame da me say me NYB me talk azamu nyame da
Abraham make investigation no
me nyame o but your network be ethical your network be okroma ethical so be hwe na data asa but network no omo data ba twice a week so na asa eno I say prepaid meters no ko ho na ekọ but wangasa nim so edum bibia so na yetew
anyway
omo broadening scope no my more information na yen consumers no ya tia so okay yen effort but this juncture there me blame yen because e affect yen ntimi total 399 no month be ntimi yen monthly and I do be na me ya me use 214 gig every month and me too good man
initially the na auto na last till how long
350 no let me last till like a month and a half and 2. What I say? A month and a half and 2. In fact, even me table net no. Let me last me 2 months. You see, do how much can?
No, sir.
Oh, boss, me check it. Me, you say we don't say I'm used to. Can I no crampo no? Bandwidth increase now affected table net no. Even though I think initially Minister Neka say be affected every internet be affected table net for no. Yet they thought it na no aneba. If I been count, me check is this year. Come 17 gig. We be chine asa. What you say? Inti make it like o drink style your consumption pattern na. Nya kakra mayen. Na dey hear any explanation keke. Say nya explanation to asum na afi dey but muntimi nka say consumer behavior inti e da yendum ye data.
So one kasa umuda mudum data. So mun check
because back that's the best option because the back chance say we die now apps around. What our phone and die.
Na say me da me do me data.
Just so do me data.
My bro chief omo from me biom. Omo nya ja me ba say me da bia me do me da bia me best friend complaining say o da now we do me data. Me do me data.
I mean initially na nka data no kra no na yese ne boy din no. There were people that as part of omo beda omo do omo data. You want crofosa. So those people that would also complain that their data is still running. Then what data was running when I was asleep?
So maybe data no more research no because every night in fact even when I'm not on my phone, me cram my phone and my data is off. That's what I'm saying. Say me now me total data back because me I don't consume because I know I use it for work, so I'm able to actually track me data use me unless I'm connected to a Wi-Fi. Me buy him I'm connected to Wi-Fi, but me free her unless I am on my phone. I may check BB. My phone is never there. Data so
which is not right because ideally no nanka or comfort in the usage and
yes coming do me data it shouldn't be so me say foreign course
I say 50% spent
neko
number one asa
well Honorable Sam George ebiana so amobeye public information ni ade omobe educate public no enti yen twen ni enhwe animu na eba ye be hu ebiana settings bi wo ha munye ye muti ha mukasakaza ebiana mu phone settings bi wo kra munye ye mu ma Sam George nya hoto e dey asem kra ni oh
can I add something to it?
Yes, you.
I think I have also monitored sometimes how Honorable Sam George he handles complaints from citizens, and it looks as though in as much as Okase he is concerned your interest and your concern sometimes his posture doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it at
the posture say can it munete for the mannerism say the way
Okasa two instance way, and I'm hoping that this thing I make it will fall on good ears, because if you have the citizens at heart it shows. So the first one was when we were even talking about the data reduction, when the conversation was very high. And I think one guy that led that campaign was Taking Tree, X. Now, the response from the minister was, I say, it looks as though, I don't know, what was the plan? I said, no, person now have you even paid your tax? Something about taxes and all of that. And I was like, oh, communication minister. Now wait there, how does it? Because as a gentleman in racing, meanwhile, you were in talks to get the thing fixed. So why that posture? What you say? And the way he made it look like, I talk to people who understand for consultation. We do it. It's not people that understand that use data paying Ghana. What you say? Me mamia or teacher Chrome, Traposonia, they all use data. So you can't tell me that because you are doing consultation, people who understand the system, I don't have the right to complain. Meanwhile, he could have resolved that conversation by saying, "Oh, we are doing consultation to get there," but that poster no take here, no. It didn't say friendly. So there was a lot of backlash for the minister by Agenda Boys Online, and then now moving fast forward to this particular one. So 1957 video now cannot see the posture at which he addressed a situation. It's not I cannot speak on sentiment. No. Obi data share sentimental man. Because Nisi cannot data. What you saying? Meanwhile, once again, you have plans getting task force to do it. So how about you assume a good position and say, you know what, we are looking into it and we'll get back to you with the facts. But if you say the people his posture whenever the people come to him with a problem has not been encouraging. Someone like me, the way his posture is whenever he's addressing, I don't think say if I have something, I have seen something me call dunkwano video me who some videos be nyama bi omuye wo mu TV ne so ho no sa dunkwafo no me kro wufo no no bi omuye wo mu TV my record bebre, but I am afraid to say me dey kwakoto online akotagi Honorable Sam George or be to first shot ama me ansana ama boys are dragging me ansana when you abotre e cooling ho down to handle the situation.
I don't know.
No, but you see,
if it's against the communication, broadcasting laws, why not? It's your job as a journalist.
Was pricing not against the high prices? So was it not a problem of Ghanaians? But see how he handled the Taking Tree guy. How am I vamped enough to go and mention anything with him? I'd rather probably just let it be. What you say? His posture when it comes to dealing with things that are of concern to citizens and especially the youth now. There's this posture he has. Sebi, if you want to serve us and you have us at heart, he may have to relook at that posture.
All right, yeah.
High prices now more can. Paucho, I say more can to say high prices now. Data negotiate the same prices. High na yɛhwɛ sign pamucho.
Say ebia beka ho. Say bia kan na 90 and na 120.
But say car bundles must say high prices. Man cap high bandwidth. Prices need the slay. I knew obi and wait me out to 399 no. But now went me out to last year no. Still I feel we want me to.
And by the way are not or can say first of all you're approaching and you can't say people are saying that the data then the knocker say he cannot base that on sentiments but it has to be data and evidence no. Honorable audio ya boy unless there's a much longer video boy was there ever a time or card any based on any data as well? Because say Ghana have when they say iOS users or Android users version be no more running on apps be no more uses obi wo cry Instagram ni phone so What you are saying. So I was hoping all those things will be added to Sound Common. And I make unless there's a longer version, I am bowaha. But then once I've seen that data no so what data or na say evidence ben a task force ni so it nullify your grievances. All these things have to come to bear. But the initial posture whenever a problem is posed to him is not beautiful.
All right. 57 minutes after 2, Peace 104.3. Namuguso Amutie, meeting the MCI, your boy, Mina Mitine Mama, Akwasia Boaje. Well, we're still on. Yena ye humra na ye metwa ye nkomo no eso. YouTube now there's a backstory to this music. I say Emra na minyi no baby aminyi you know. na efia na yetimo no at that time me say na one touch o say there na that's how one touch na say that time na phone ni computer ni ade no enye easily accessible sa wo mo scanner na mo computer to kopo de ni bi na compound house na menyi wo mo no na ye fiera no na owo eye one touch ni no wo computer ni bi nti na owo wifi when your internet access war on a computer. I am nkola wo fie wo na ye to be or be to me my chance e my the computer and say ye mbesua de ni ade research be something. Let for money bibi. Emra na nkola ni na kwa wo mo mbebo game kobo game omo a wo mo ekwa kosua de ni ade me ya ye bo asa me kwa winim dia me koye that time na fi ni release new enti me ko computer na me ko YouTube me do YouTube wa na makwa ko hwehwe da de lumba po me ye den me sua lyrics yo mo ne ya me dodo This is one of the songs that every controversies be by a power. Na chairman dia wo ba ya chairman na chese wa rade na wo bia feeling ni baby moody na me kamfo ade ba ko na ama me say chairman ni ya wo tumi ma wo ba ni gia no pa wo ba sorry a wo bo ne samra e friend ni chairman or friend mi wura na chese we rewura ni ya na bebia adadin kama we rewura yi na say abrante bia bonyo leave the boy o see adenti na wo frame me wura nso wo ma mi wura chairman me sewa wo pese wo rewura ye bon samra ne sa wo ye chairman ade ba ko na me kamfo ma ye kiss condom when you wo kiss condom and afi wo the kiss strawberry gel no so aboso Nachese wo hwe weda na wo de dad lumba pony ni shem nachese bibia de kiss condom wo betumi enya bi e wo pharmacy bia wo be ko bia wo benya kiss condom na watone kama na fe wo de ye wo kiss strawberry gel so aboso nachese bibia e da smoothness level, you know what I mean. I come ni dremu, I trechumu. Oh, that's yes, yeah. My crowd tremble, me don't. Mr. Moi, pharmacy bia wo be ko bia wo benya kiss condom na one on when you strawberry gel. Yes, chairman ni dia wo ma wo be ni je. Chairman ni ya bona baso ni ya bona samra ni say chairman we na we mi red be men akukudru for odogu chairman general na ya sorry wo so wa jumani ye e bibia anko kama
I did be man, it felt like the first time. I'm in Tatiana Mukasa the last time. I did be man, it felt like the first time. I'm in Tatiana Mukasa the last time.
Watching jump on the air by
Entertainment review.
And then Mr. Wubberton some
Entertainment review. Entertainment review.
What's in the bottom for Tennessee?
Entertainment Entertainment Review.
Ghana for my man fans, Yaman fans. What on a jump on the other fucking
Entertainment Review.
and then Mr. Overton some
Entertainment Review.
KC Warriors here.
KCB.
Obede.
Give me to Sudena so, or show me a hint check. I did not mean so. Me and a man say, check the crime if I saw the Magana won't pay.
Yes. Uwo adina. So uninya menso wa wasem ya mobro odofo. She. Identify su yonko. Nama wo hunto. Mesi adamfo baby. Anierati. Many of our bonu nama wonto. Aya ko papa ni Yesu. Fa bonu nama wonto. Obra mi boy. Sense minimum I get to me ye bra. Adini onya ko bone. Yeah papa. Aye dinina. Anama mitoi sakanya minima gatsu minya yeah adene onya gobo yeah papa why nina why nina minya bre de kame ho why nina adene onya gobo yeah
Mena yem Samene kwa na wonya minsi me fem Minya num Christopher ne mamen kama sem Ema nipa no kasa mbebu wa bem Otamfu ni tu me so saboto me pon Oni amen kasa na wokro ne nya wokon Eya se nyina bebu se nipa fon Nso enhira be ka no penya me som Se be hwe bibia na me fia Na me hwe ne wo kasa na be mebu a Anka boni mu ne wote ba komemu a Se me kyeramo dia be ni akohu a wo se cheche wa so a Mene number sana ne ni hwe me Wo se me fom no crowd de be che me Se bo nyakopon be hu obi mo ba se nye go si wusu de ye ne se me ba what else
in your bed they come home
Kupon 10 minutes after 3. Second of August, so Bapa Christina Woodsie. Bapa Christi featuring the legendary Anasa the landlord Sakodi. New collaboration about Bapa Christina launching a new album. This is the 15th album, 15th studio album of Bapa Christi. Wafreno Odeneho, the sovereign one. Yankupon Odeneho.
Nama wo honko
na etiafu anyumi amebo amamu untie ni ye pa o ene ye be phone lines na topics I discussing na wo bia nso betumi a che na dream anyumi ni enti amebo say ye baba be hwe anyumi ni a hwe se sa code collaboration with a year wa Bapa Christi anyum na te was saying emu ya wo there Bibi akosuye. Omanfo ni bebre na kan sem say oh me dear sa kwade ni Obapa Christy collaboration dear. Say Ghana for. Say kra de bi mu say no omo hu ni say Christopher ni a secular musicians omo ye nwom kra as a Christian fraternity no omo nje nwom ni ntu. Is that really true? Christopher enti nwom de Obapa Christy ni kwabena boy mu nyi ntuma na. Ni awani sa kwade so dia ba betumi mu nyi ntuma na. Well, this is the latest one from Obapa Christy. We're going to do a quick review on this one. Obapa Christy featuring a Sakodie. Me samo subio mamoneti fo muntie mu ye kosa na dwumedie ne yene mu a na eye den. E di dwumedie no.
KC Warriors here.
KCB.
Jimmy Bishubena so, Oshana Hinche, Adiana Menena so, Miana Mense, Chenapan, Mefaso, Namanya Wompe. So winning your men so I was them your more pro on the floor. I don't see fire, so young. My own toe, Messi, I come for baby, and near Radi, many of our one, my own toe. I could papa, yes, found one, my own toe, oh, brownie boy, since I minimum, I get to me, I didn't go bone, yeah, papa. I didn't know. And I'm all me, Sakanya minima, got to me, yeah. I didn't go bone, yeah, papa. Why you need now? I didn't in your bread, they come home. I am. Some men can never win see me fem. We are in Christopher and my men come as them. A man the pano casam bebu a bem. A time for the two Mrs. Sabot to me bones. Only a man casana walk on and walk on. You are seeing a boo, say the perform. This way she rather cannot pay me some. Sabi piano me fear. Come shiny workers and a bemebua. And only money what to Bakumemua. Some chamo diabetes meniaco was such a chua. Many numbers are in the Nishame. The send me from the crowd, but they better me. So when you go from me, who will be my bar? Yes, then you go see who's going to send me back. What else? In your bed, they come and hold you. Coming, come no, and Rama Masabia, a boy so for watching no, I need that's what him no. What fire do you? Everything Phoenix in nature no when me move. I'm a matam footer, intimacy who me who are dinner. So winning your men so I was them your mobile on the floor. And with fire, so young. Nama won't go.
Okay, it's here. Come here, Sababa, don't see a minute. Yeah. Didn't who yanko? Omekame huni yanko point. Papa Christie, Sakodi and anyway, Ababa 2 more. Let's do a quick review on this one. I'm for no brainer raising concerns because they say no crown of collaboration with secular artists, you know. Is it really fulfilling the purpose of what a gospel song is supposed to do? Everyone says they say, you know, secular musicians, you know, any gospel musicians, you know, releasing you a Christopher Nankasa fraternity, the moon yum nintum. Or man for nature say, you way dear. Well, my studio, yeah. Obapa Christie and Sarkodie latest one about Ordene the Sovereign God. Obapa Christie featuring Sarkodie. This is the 15th album of Obapa Christie. Awode Abba. So far, the lead single never album is what I was saying.
Maybe more complaints, baby, but they must start with slight review.
Okay.
I think some Hundia if I say more gospel fraternity to be I think them who J Smoke statement no. I feel say sometimes you're too quick to judge when it comes to this things because yes buy no one for wine, one for Christopher, one for the Gentiles. And I think say sometimes who deliver message we are a bit may deliver message a broader audience. Sometimes so to me feature Obidi say Sarkodie or your gospel. The biggest song impo, you can the biggest song impo, Adonai. Like gospel related music, what you say. Sometimes we are too quick to condemn, especially Christopher. And that is something I think there are some working on. I think the Lumba. It's into our Aquabna. You see, more money pound so I gospel, so I'm Sarkodie on the so Omega. Into idea almost and away from Obikra now endorse BB say ban gospel. I said Anka ye did as Nanka ban gospel than Quebec saying gospel because I'm more rapping in your man. Sometimes they see it me open up. Now me complain here. I think one thing I say take it serious Okuma metadata. Metadata star releasing your man or more Troy or more tubi. Sana dachi asemba yenim se we yesi o hwe DSP na tumun se Obapa Christie e tro so feature Kensak Pacho unim Kensak minim Kensak be minim sa akode minim artist ye friend Kensak into o check even Apple back and kra enko sa akode pay because omo tro Kensak nya brand name sa akode brand name ye sa akode. I think there's some work on. Also check songwriters. Now unless say Obapa Christine Alexander Frankie Netro raps na ma sa akode there. Then I believe say as songwriting part na ke say Michael Dinwom. That means akode. And a way na important in your man. Yes, it may establish where industry you perceive a building because we say so na you fan say gamro be chiska, ombehwe so dia chiska. Nti in case ye metadata na especially gospel for na say omutimi follow standard no na yetimi make sure say industry na ko the we say eko but in terms of general overview of nyom de nya bad sir I think say we I think to me baby am be more of commercial value but then there's nothing wrong in commercializing the value if you're also spreading the word at certain points in time because so for me fundraising na gospel need to mean to nyoma a benefit in the album. I think it's a very nice song.
When you say or two you may benefit in the album, how do you mean?
Oh, so we release album, they be our new back me nubia or so that album. In recent times, no, or check it, be a release album, be your new back home, Mupia, Emma, Neko, Sana the album, Naba, she be Stoneboy, JJ, last year, Sana up and run neighbor. And I think the lead single Ordene featuring Sarkodie to create awareness and reach to the album. Into me sure to ubeti album na a message na nka so wo ma ono ubeti di aka no. Na inspire no eti di aka no na wo search ra bi abe search ra. Into na me pa kire.
Okay. Tilly.
Into album na ba. Yeah, for album, they say.
Ordine. I think the album is Ordine.
Yeah. Album needing Ordine the sovereign one into.
And I want
to. That's your Ordine.
Sack and you know, so the one we can sack and so then.
And the album title track.
Why?
Oh, set it in a sun and usually, I think standard usually no. Now a no main song, na dear album title. Say. Tisane unse o generation then and say my album title usually nyom
o generation na nyom generation
but Obaba Christy generation usually the nyom lead song na usually the album title
because we can say album na me search na na then am akọ hu ode ne ho which is the one with Sarkodie no but me who the album way but Matthias also we can about metadata and when you go on YouTube they actually use the name Sarkodie for the lyrics video no. So your Bapa Christy featuring Sarkodie on YouTube, but we say platform ben I will share.
Yeah, so Apple Music, maybe Apple Music says here may share. Oko performing artists or macho Obapa Christy, Kins, and as Kin Sack rap, and no macho rap was here, and Oba composition and lyrics are Alexander Frank, Alexander Nana Frankie, a songwriter, and then there are two ubi back end now two. Alexander Frankie and Alexander Nana Frankie and Obapa Christy and Omeya songwriters. No? Then when you come to production and engineering, Alexander Frankie and Colin Sapon. Producer, master engineering, recording engineer, and a mixing engineer. And so basically that's it.
Well, I think says a meton common so first of all, sound the band no. Is it high life or a and I hip hop. No. Gospel is not a sound.
You mean the genre?
Genre bang. This one is high life.
Some of the Afro Kakra I won, but I think bass near high life.
Cause some person may figure out which genre that will give both of the artists no comfort on betting a deliver because this is a typical Obapa Christy sound. Like this is something Obapa Christy. As a to favor Obapa Christy, and I'm not surprised that it's favored her more. The Sarkodie rap came in, but something about the song. I don't know. I can't kebina bibi ashishe.
Kenene den kekoro no chire.
I don't mean something mean tosono. Achi kitikina adi brain akakebi. But Sakeno, I think say Enona is missing. But Ghana has also I've noticed something. And no bar, I'm not quick to say Sanyede because it can grow on you. Typical artists and then you tires are a kiddie. Kiddie, you won't want to own them. So when you say that's what one you will 1, 2, 3 no. For some reason I am at the end, you know. I just want to give it the time to grow on me. Now I think say common way no. First of all, he mentioned commercial value. I'm online right now and I'm checking YouTube. It's 23k views. 2 days. So I'm like, what's commercial value? Unless of course there are numbers on the other DSPs. And I will can say pair or metadata no. You don't even see the song reflecting on Sarkodie's back side. Obo Sarkodie and show because you see wrong. So what's commercial value? Unless of course say the goal is to have that thing with Saka rapaholic obetima coaching stage. So there you who say Empress Gift Ejina Beam Nation stage. So I don't know. As part of SAC performance no on your power project obetima so which is good audience. But the commercial side for most of these gospel artists, sorry, no any church event. And most of them they don't even accept secular artists or mobile pure gospel. And even the conversation of gospel artists and secular artists are collaboration in a crowd he best to differ. And these are people that shapes the conversation. How is the church receiving something like this? So at the end of the day, what really becomes the goal of Adena Wayano? Is it just for the talkability? Because well, all the same, I can request from a call comment session. I see a lot of people under the 23k view saying that SAC brought me here. Maybe that is the value he was the exchange of value she was banking on, and she has got it. What you are saying?
Well, in SAC bringing them there, so no, one of the arguments was that, and you know, what a typical gospel song is supposed to do is to win souls for Christ, which with such songs, you know, any the way I see for Kono, what soul is it winning for Christ?
You might say I'm not going to buy into it because I don't agree. Because then it means a lot of songs are free gospel, not winning even gospel awards in Ukraine, they are not gospel. If that is the definition, say it's supposed to win souls to Christ. And by the way, how do you just say you has not won a soul for Christ? What you say? And also so you a bit needy. But if it is for commercial value, well, clearly obviously I'm here because of SAC. So SAC transfer of and tapping into a certain audience now has been achieved. Whether I am one person or now two people now are because of that, they are there. But the other side of it, that makes a day where viable. My fan says full performance of the album, the new project. Sorry, would the church be okay having Sarkodie perform his part? Would they, what you are saying in the church? It's a man so Baba Christi annual event. That's also a person performing. Of course, it's a new project that he's going to perform. Would the church welcome Sarkodie to perform? Or would that be a midnight meeting with a sorry penifona and sana? But all the same, I think say the whatever purpose still she knows the reason, and the talkability around it I think could be one of the reasons. And if and let's say Tihani can want them trying to see even you crack Christy metal. But today we are talking about it, it could be this was part of the goal, another purpose of our collaboration. And to me, dear, I think if that is the goal, then it has been delivered, it has been achieved.
Councillor.
Yeah, Michelle.
Yeah, Joseph.
Bibi awako there. And I say romanticness in echo. So now untimi money for long. The morning sound is good. Last week, now all of a sudden, no. That me would hear. That me go sorrow.
Who could I mean so? Who I mean so? Who I mean so?
Kai say no, I am young. Went to me and Kasa.
And then buy.
My money be a real and tafri and can Kasa. See, only near the Kasa.
I'm out of here.
Only Vida. Omo tafri no mo we e so no hu say Charlie ade ne ye na wan bo hu de wura e biase nyina ahwe ya en common se na tie no hu ye ya dane ye ni sa akode nya bonsam se nyina ye ni sa akode ye Kristo ni se nyina ye ni na menji di da se Sarkodie so a sorry microphone no to abon sambeba. So that's it. So there's nothing lyrically, socially wrong for Sarkodie to have a collaboration with Obapa Christie. But when you fear no, me fear is see am Obapa Christie say money the opportunity. Na onchire yen de kofa ba ya enyum ne ba ya onye careful in what she's going to ascribe to us as what brought the song, because o kache me say nyame won konkron na de nyum ne ba ya de di kan mo kai de ochuro nyumi mesre wo ya de ochuro nyumi yesofo ana oyewan one and you know be natural ye meboa
you know Papa Christie and Alexander Frankie according to Apple back end hono credits na wo de man no mudin wo
and I make us say Frankie ye ken or your software na ono so oye wine yet han na ye hu say enwum bi a hiti o hima mesi nwum bi a hiti ye ese one na chiroma no na so kan kure say we na chrom kwabana na chrom an keke kwabana na chrom me wa good yanje kwabla ntumu isan so onye gospel musician anawe wa ba bie kwama me de bie machines mu wa sorry dem
I don't believe machines
yes majority of the sound check in churches must sorry no pay because the quality gives you all that you want to hear. And a kwabna na see your ni gospel there be so. It sounds well with us.
Gospel EP.
Gospel EP it sounds well with us. They make nyina akosi ni say Obapa Christia yenyum. Ye ni dada. Ya gina tum. Ono no chiro no nyum. But baby a wake of fire. Ade na di talkability eba. It was that the reason. Then come die ne bema ye nyina ye nyanti as I repeat because to be interview ye nkrofo ni bia. The omo kan ne ma obi kofa de nsisi adeba. Ye fa ne say oba na we susun konkron na yi nyum we ma no. Se say hu say susun konkron no obe yi nyum ma obi a eso ni nipa no won kita hudie. But what must say me ti we say susun konkron yi ade a kire me a me ne no won kita hudie pa beyond church. Well, by your honor yet is obi a ye sebio ye ni so no oni any relationship with the church. Na ko ba ne say yes susun konkron na yi na akire a well we will not challenge susun konkron but the physical areas in the assembly enti sa akode anya bonsam sa akode wo tarrant no wo no ye de tonwom enti de ko ba ema oba pa Christi ebe kase mihia sa akode amana ye rap amame. Does it mean say within the urban gospel fraternity ye ni rappers o hana? One question me bisa me ho. Because ye were urban gospel rappers are being rapid to say sakode.
No. If I may. The sakode factor, those urban gospel rappers don't have it.
Which is
the value as sakode at the brewonyum.
So
those I'm not arguing with you. I'm just laying it bare so that the listeners will, the sakode factor. Other gospel artists, urban rappers now they don't have it. The brand now sakode created over the years, probably maybe these people don't have it. And you see, no rapper can sound exactly like sakode. Yes. No rapper can sound like Sarkodie. You can do your rap, but you can never sound like Sarkodie. And it's a fact. Me patrol make a note ma say. And near Sarkodie or the tunyum no. You can only try to mimic, but you can never be like a Sarkodie. Intino ubusa no na me mau. I mean, you can make your point.
Se Nyankopon ne yi kire Obapa Christi se ohia sa akodi de atonyuma. Na se nyame pesa akodi ne e wo abom yi so. Ba me bisa se rapper and Obapa Christi here a rapid that section of the otro nyum ne man ne dia. I believe say your urban gospel rappers or make me rapping you know. But the who can it say to say ya kan market value asem exposure asem Obapa Christi brand not taking those dive no here nose lift ana. These are the questions we'll ask because as a gospel artist no crane say we will always want to look at you in that performing range. Say you mingle with the apples and the apples. Why? I have made establishment say Sarkodie is not a demon to the church. He is part of the church. But within the category definition for which type of musician Sarkodie yeno. Ye de no fra mesremu yentimi fani fra gospel for ana meboa.
Me pacho gospel for no omomoja na ye blue ana.
Points.
Yeah.
Ghana Hana now gospel song of the year, gospel whatever category of the year, you cannot get it because of the performer.
That's it.
So now that Obapa Christi has featured Sarkodie,
that's it.
Is the song now eligible or not for that gospel song of the year
so,
or gospel?
So I was coming there. Go my year category definition is clear.
Me pacho.
Or does it disqualify the album for being put under the gospel album of the year?
And why will you do an album that is making hit and be disqualified because you featured somebody that can cause a gospel song to be disqualified?
Mami a question.
What?
Is it that the award scheme, no? What it was to me, in fact, to say, Yemfan Kobna Gospel EP we're releasing. When we are looking for the gospel artist of the year, untumin kwa say maybe Kobna wa nyumbia we release ya per the criteria ni edi choose sign nyum na ma we eligible. I'm coming, let me finish. I'm just asking questions. It's here for Musa. Na ebia Kobna wa nyuma sa nyum no criteria na nke qualify no say anko be kosa gospel artist category ni ma na say gospel way, but because on your gospel artist
the performer is not.
Yes, but if the song maybe gospel song of the year.
No, so it's our definition now, man, is actually the gospel song of the year definition. It says that first of all, and the caveat. So the caveat that changes everything is what it says is supposed to be performed by a gospel way. And to sound it wasn't for the artist though, it was for the song of gospel song.
So no matter the hit song that a secular, no matter the hit gospel song that a secular artist will produce, it doesn't qualify to be in the category of a gospel song of the year.
Now my conversation then comes back to Counselor's Own. Now that she has featured, she won as a gospel artist.
Yes.
Whom per or no kwano ya na so feature another gospel artist, it would have qualified. Now, what happens to this project?
It won't fly. It will not even go into the system at all because the caveat has directly disqualified it. So why will you put an effort in a song that is going to have a future or will have a future?
You didn't do the song for hours.
Are you sure? Answering? Are you answering for Obapa Christie?
No, please. I'm not speaking on behalf.
PR machinery.
I'm saying that maybe she didn't do the song for award.
And I also want to tell you that maybe too she did it for an award. Do you get a picture here? And you told me, nyum to for no say commercial value. That's not your kana. Could it be say it's just about the commercial value? If it's yes, I'm not against it because Obia goes to the see where me sremo ya muna mo record as ya bon kwakra says ya. Your gospel recording studio na
Pacho Debbie. Well, not that I know of.
Say appear to stay or recording gospel for
appear to scribe the work with Fakewa. I don't know your software.
You'll be recording gospel.
Gospel.
Yeah, I think so.
So their studio is only for gospel.
I think so.
I mean, there is a studio like I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
There are people who.
But Mr.
Oh, not the people, Otio, not the people. So say people need to be able to make a media gospel production na me. But you can say studio is only for just gospel production.
I think so because last December, my artist Mr. Edeba Ghana, of course, I'm studio, but upon all full-time software, and I don't pen catalog or baby, 91 secular. Mr. Ed, if you are listening, please, that studio we went at La Paz, let us know. Is it just a gospel? Send your bear, we can talk about it with facts. Probably there are studios here in Ghana that only do work with gospel artists and not other secular artists.
And number two, if yes, in the performing of regularly gospel artists here boy, yesterday there was a massive performance at yesterday night's show by Empress Gifty. I asked her, when will you take a show like Diagro? Because Gifty's life is like a club birthday krano. The performance ni yet say Charlie wajigi kesiye. Make up is same to say yeah. The players, the live band people who played, I've seen a particular special guy be about bass. I mean penny bass line. Obonyumbia. Yeah, I mean something to become what I say. Obonyumbia and this also o section a recorded gospel pay. Now combine say live band in the airborne. Live band in the airborne. Now we bring the players ne ba. Now you selected the best drummer, omo ya dear Mbeboa. Will you also look down to get players who are gospel players?
I doubt.
Because bass guitar na kwande babebo life no studio hono. Eno de bo amachi dede. Akwana wo frɛ na ma na be blow trompo na ma ono. Eno a ono blow ye ema Daddy Lumba show na ye boy no. So I'm trying to make us feel say well, ye create a certain line be a ebe hayen. Obapa Christine Yuma wa ye. Utie mun semna. Emun semni binu. Eye efutuo. Emun semni binu. Eye trosem. Ni nyina nkan fra no. Mesrɛ mi bisa sɛ ye tie nyuma nipa ne ene ye tie. What was here? Ana enyum ni mu nsɛm. Mami, wa utie lumba nyum pa. Lumba nyum dodo na ye abebu a ya kan nsɛm a ya kan na lumba anwene dia ye nyum dodo na. Obi a won makada nye sɛ o sebi o da ni benkum so na meka sɛ. Na sɛ o ti so obi oni abrewa ana opanyi etena che no. O te be ase, o te be bube into to me the be etro nyum. Ti sɛ akole o be perform here o say the first time o ye live band nia o be ti so emu mu stage no so e say Amrado. Ah. Why?
Stick to come Papa Christine.
Me come asma you don't stick to. Yeah, they asem they can asem. Ti jade o catch them wo na man sorry. I'm be your host. Dear me can say enti no we. Dear me can say. Yeah. Yeah categories be one share we do be do. Even the stage for an award or for a program. Immediately we want to let a gospel artist come and perform. We have to get a holiest of holy gospel artist performing stages. What was here? Now some performing we are stage here close. Yeah, I mean just obi timi go na say na jama e grofo ayen adwin so me wi asefo na bon sam crofo yi beto nyom no. Because so Baba Christy be performing was sorry. This song hitting so me perform me sre wo. The rap section sa kwade be di nature rap and I be anything.
Oh, she can rap. I saw a video on it and
yeah, she can actually rap.
Rap papers ninya.
Is it the right thing?
Yes, there are some artists that they perform on your collaboration. You see them performing.
Is it the right thing?
Right or wrong doesn't qualify because it can be done.
No, it qualifies.
No, so imagine
because listen to me, in what goes into featuring, the genuine discussion is not just be passing through. That most of the things that comes through. What's that? Yeah, your statement be say. Say nyumno sakodie dino. Obowie na kwa. Etimi ma ono a certain level of credit because of the vocals na ewo enyumno mo. Enti ne culture kin sak no okọ ne ho na MP wo me boa. Enti wo feature obi a enye just for the numbers, enye just for the cash. But eno so kan ho say nipa no pepe bi a wa beto awie no. Ese o perform a by the right way until be fra be performance ene no tua enyuma ye collaboration no say ye tua 10 cities ya tua 10 cities because a collaborating so it is a group song me boa. You not charge a group the same you are charging a single person. And you catch them say me be rap ma wie na usua performing no ubetimi to sa rap na.
No, Counselor, I don't.
What are we saying?
Sorry, but I don't agree with you because
me. I don't say anything for anybody to agree with me. Actually,
I don't agree with you because Sebe or my no. I understand it will be beneficial to get Sarkodie to perform with her, but any baby no benya Sarkodie to go and perform with her.
Matiwa say, I'm saying this is sorry program no, but na Sarkodie ete wa. Obetna through holies of holy stage now
there's lyrics. Listen, the lyrical content of Sarkodie's rap. It's not something you cannot sing in church.
It is not about the lyrical content, it's about the personality. No, to you common
yes, and I make kind of sense. Yeah, Counselor, if Sarkodie were auditorium hall, na Sarkodie feel say, if you crowd the team, no Sarkodie would because Obapa. So about to where there, Miss Mabesho will laugh at my part, but the job right now is on to Obapa Christie to learn the pattern, no Osia sack pattern, which I think she has done. Send your beya, Sebi, say church program be all night. Be that's what person what to. She doesn't have to need sack there before she can sing that song. And I think
gospel artists here, gospel artists be now. She say you want funeral, omobo birthday. Maybe we have now for 4 as a kind gesture. They go there to perform weddings and stuff. Na a year biani funeral biana opana Sarkodie
all the features are why if he has to put all of them for all his performance. Like I say, events for both have been no bet me booking artists for Ghana.
Say Sarkodie aye rap. Eddie Shatawali. That Shatawali do sa kodia part no rap here. Any problem. But sa kodia rap. Ne do ni area hono. No Bapa Christie rap here. You be born simamano.
Yes.
But you be pono. Edi assemble ba o kan assemble say ebeba ne say sa akode de be perform wa so dey mu ye be night conversation is of opinion kasa mama dia to mu na because we have painted this secular artist no in a certain category say omu nyankro sofo we edi ni birthday Parliament House we papa guy of to donyi Akwaboa papa platform prophet de didi na FBT ya o ka ni birthday bi secular musicians e call na sorry dem e ko bo onwuma nkrofo cassette and say e ban say no so penye e ma mo kwa ma betonyu me kai so for bedu bi sorry dem e no ma ho kwan ma musicians o me secular for to say e mo mic mo to onwu wa sorry dem say aden Kwame Eugene o Kwame Eugene good. So Kwame Eugene, I saw you be say or was MTN hitmaker. Now they hitmaker. MTN starts in worship or something. The Christmas carol be say Kwame Eugene mounted a stage and was singing a gospel song. And I mean what? Now see a portfolio was small by different thing. Photocopy. Say from photocopy. Photocopy recently, loud on OKFM, sang a worship song. So photocopy on your gospel artist. Remember? Good. Akwai koya ni program na nsia comedian no ye worship bibi no. Is it Foster Romaros? Foster one. Say you invited the secular people to come and sing gospel song. So till the point no ye very important say. Will it be say we have to negotiate even if Sarkodie wants to perform the song on a bigger gospel song stage with Obapa Christie? Do we have to sit down and negotiate because the guy is not coming from the holies of holies? Because he paint a picture be a me say ebe hayen. Hosan komonuma yendi ni yo ebe hayen. Na mi bi so. Se secular musician bi so. Who say voice bi o hia e wo gospel fraternity ni mu so no so ba. Mo kai ya Empress. E wo Stoneboy stage so e wa Ashama to the world. Mo kai.
Yeah.
You saw
I remember. Well, I mean, people were criticizing her because of what she was wearing, basically. Why a gospel artist should mount that kind of stage.
That's true. And what she was wearing was appealing to the event that was happening.
She was basically wearing a trouser and a top.
No, it's not just about the trousers. It was a fitty occasion.
Apart from that, you see some of these conversations, whether you like it or not, Ufo be to say Empress Gift here. She is physically endowed.
She's
what
BBC.
I say? She is physically endowed.
Yeah, she's BBC.
So if Empress Gift ka say or share kabani slit kra. Nobody know the ejina. Empress ka say or share trouser the ejina nti Empress ko beam concert and ko ntutu ntoma na.
And I'm gonna say Empress the ntoma kaba echo beam concert what defeated the purpose of the program. Because the beam concert is not a kaba and slit show.
Oh, I don't agree.
What's it?
TGMA, we saw what Empress wore for TGMA. Are we saying it defeated the program?
Please,
see her beautiful outfit. What did it?
No. Tilly, you don't understand what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
The beam concert was the youthful exuberance of the young boys. What they are supposed Charlie, Charlie, you need to show something. You need to Charlie. Yeah,
but she's not a dancehall artist that needs a certain look to perform a certain way.
But she's performing on the stage of a dancehall artist.
It doesn't matter. She didn't sing a dancehall song. She sang a gospel song even on that stage.
Thank you.
I agree.
I said this conversation.
Her dressing is okay. Listen, Counselor. To me, her dressing there was perfect.
Tilly,
but if the basis on dressing there,
no, Tilly, I'm not saying her dressing there was not perfect.
Let me ask this question. Mm-hmm. How does the dressing of a gospel artist ɛno na kyerɛ sɛ wɔ nipa no ɔyɛ kronkron fi ɔsoro mu soro ana
wo de won tia se yen de yegitu mu se ntade bi wo ho wo hya ɛyɛ kronkron tade ɛno yɛn fa ma wo ntimi andi san komo no hɔ na mema wate ase se ebedu ba bia ye be program a ne yama gospel artist abe prapra kwan mu na ye wie a na secular artist abe to aso no sa agro no ye be fa na kodu ba bi sesi a se gospel artist be gina stage so ye be stage ama the gospel artist for no some here konkro bia sunsun konkro wo stage no so omba yusu man na say their total instrument and players ni nyina no omo nyina some here Holy Ghost what you say like that say abrantie be sha enu a show ya ye brother Sami of picking mic no or start here no the whole place became a church. Honestly, it became a church. Hey chalo bia wure sunsun ancha ye bo secular ya and so we name say DJ ni bo sangrofona long na susum no ko long me ka say ye di agro bi wo kromu aya ye di ko ti say asere asem yi edin sembeba enyum ne de me de obi same a part of the enyum ne nsem no eye nyamesem aseda ye di manyankopon wo de waye but asore nyuma ye beto ye no John Wesley, Charles Wesley, David munyuma ye beto ye no ya na ye de nyankopon de won fa mu omankasa tworoye David enyum ya betubi ye nyati asese sa anyum ye Obapa Christi de so akode de baye obi na tworo na Obapa so ye den o tworo obi sa akode rap yi misremu ono tworo ne rap na
but counselor honestly if any for award purposes or more Mokasentie is supposed to be performed by a gospel artist for it to qualify into it, this song is a pure gospel song. In fact, Sakode, whatever you want, wherever you, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
For it's you. A pure gospel song. What you are saying, it's to me the performance shouldn't matter.
The container and the content should not be considered.
It should not be considered.
It has to.
Even saying even Stone Boy Psalm 23.
Yes,
it's a gospel song.
But the container is wrong.
Because no, the container no, but all I've seen it in container.
This is a sin container.
No, but so for Ben, I want sing here. And also, are you telling me say gospel artists follow they don't sing?
Excuse me, if you compare, if you compare a pastor. Onunya yasra nya mengu nya mia freno. Ode ne to Tilekua nipa bia ofini bia nyame nyam frere nyame adu bia. Don't do that comparison.
No, cause this conversation if you do it there the program will not close.
Why?
Because you cannot say that pastors are pure.
So why are you comparing a pastor to a singer?
No, so I'm saying that the container shouldn't matter.
The container matters.
It doesn't matter.
How do you take market ginger honey chips?
No.
And with your confidence that you are going to take ginger honey chips from my container, I've labeled it, and when you pour it, it is sand and stone.
What criteria are you using for that purity? Because we were also here in Ghana, and a certain gospel artist said, "Na bibi bonanwa, she shouldn't have." Does that container change
gospel artist okay. Joyce Blessing and or no wine.
Yes. Okay. Does it change? Does the container change? Does she no longer become a gospel artist?
Or no Bible name fan is here no wine.
Nampacho Bible name fan a secular artist any mean to
oh,
it's a reasefo against the word of God. Doesn't mean they are sinners.
And now you are sinning again.
Doesn't mean they are sinners.
Now you are sinning again.
It's a counselor. It's a secular equivalent to sinner. As a matter of fact, which gospel artist is not a sinner?
Say,
are you telling me that gospel artists they are without sin?
Shut you. The American said
no.
Once you hear no. We should not differentiate the content from the container. It is important.
You said we should differentiate the container from the content.
I'm
saying that forget the container and the
content. We cannot
all of us are with sin.
Hello, me. All of us can be with sin.
And nothing I used to action pie bono or the but the fact check was we are with sin.
Fire want to say the one doing the thing. Say we are sinning to a sorry you be any beauty. Wow.
Be share ni so nyame sha ko.
And ya dey share mo Facebook share
the fact that
Debbie Cheseti, Debbie County here.
Like this, I don't agree with
Mama Cramo. See the American say we cannot ultimate koto sebio Coca-Cola. Ultimate koto this way. Ya tro why you so share. Oti alugu ma na make ginger chips.
No,
now see we should say
please specialized bottle. counselor me craft specialized bottle say me share so we free mu na say me catch us say me ma will coke na me share coke a good specialized bottle na counselor one normal is it not coke?
It's not coke.
Has it changed? What has
you see,
changed?
you just told me that you are going to give me coke.
Yes.
But I'm saying, say, you have picked up a bottle like this, transparent.
Yes.
Now we're beer swamame. Ubi soon because they are playing what I say. No, my journey is special, so I'm drinking with confidence.
No.
Lo and behold, Udi Akwete is also playing.
Counselor,
you can I can sue you that
Counselor,
the content
that
is not right with the container.
No, Counselor, that is what I'm saying. That when it comes to gospel, any who is pure and who is a sinner, you cannot use any measure because unim de obiya when you fear. What you are saying, and the fact that we
sister, sister,
or no, the bonny sing will be
sister. No. Christo ni money odi awo dwen wan kasa up and down and fanya me ho bebre to say wo nye Christo ni awudi bone.
Now how do you know say Sakode nye Christo ni?
My establish a sack because
no, but you are contradicting first premise. You are contradicting it.
You are getting me wrong. Me say, you know, I just to sack so you Christo you say, but who make a statement say that chibi say Kobani say ya all night and our program can see bi ne kotoa. Ya be frame meeting say Sakode ever performing in
Actually, I was speaking to the hypocrisy in the church.
What say?
I was speaking to the hypocrisy in
what
the
church. What is hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy. Say sebe gospel artists are
Pentecost, sorry.
What do you say you are okay to stand at the altar and somebody singing?
Pentecost, sorry. Ever be a Kwame Obapa Christie and it's Sakode abeto
and America said that is the hypocrisy of the church because most of our show here. You are not better than Sakode to say no. It's supposed to be the message.
Me catch us Sakode Christoni, but me say. Oh, asema kan ye nyanya dwen wo say that be Pentecost for afre Obapa Christi for convention. Yeah, Easter convention. Say Osakode Obapa Christi be performing nyum we a ye be bie kwan ama Sakode gina stage no so aye ana.
If Sakode goes there, will God strike him? God will not strike. Just that the only reason it will not happen or it might not happen is because sorry na de mra bi ato. But in America, no, it is the hypocrisy and the loss of the church to protect our interest. But if you leave South, like the way we've seen with Kwame Eugene is seen performing in churches. As a matter of fact, I have seen Eno Baroni and Pastor Abiam was saying performing in the churches or more. It can be done. It can be done. Nothing. God will not strike them dead.
There are some categories platform parliament. There are some pastors that have allowed that. Now make us say, baby, I hear 30 presidents na kodunu. Performing even on stage. Ebedu baby because we a gospel stage in one program. Ebi award scheme aye to nyuma. That way, hire sorry for stage. Ha we are for stage. I don't think them can say because see here the category definition ba say ye bo nyum no be collaborate here. Dia up to nyum no the up to nyum no qualify nyum no more. And your Papa Christian ko no or the Sakode ko nyuma. Intent to the nyum no ye den. Say Obenya Clouds, and I said that to be a new Weber Winner Award, and I see a friend. Sorry, dear ma, or best fresh accordion in metal. Now see we share rap, no be rap it. That's how you go ahead.
So what are you really saying? That the song is not a gospel song because Sakode that song.
Is it a gospel song?
Peda was him no, but say for what gospel song is that? Is it not a gospel song, counselor? Counselor. So what gospel song is it's not a gospel song. Say ye TJ me friend omomu rules which is made to protect the schema. Some when gospel song.
What makes it a gospel song? Because
now any counselor say what kind of sadia? What of secular artists no almost my gospel artists?
Me from the beginning they say me say me conversation na Paco.
Yes, but you've had your first conversation and now what you're saying is going against them.
Obi tro nyuma or him Messi.
Because watch me one gospel song of the year and I'm a boy. And it was written by Kwame Eugene.
Oh
no, actually I see where you are going. You are saying I think you are trying to do an expose, but you are doing it in a way that
Obi atro nyuma mo obi onu nko ato we win award. Obi atro nyuma mo obi ama nipa na rap ya disqualify nyum no. And he said that to be who pese uji dinner baby pensie so ni nyum na just say men kotwe obi a anatoma say Sakode po na atro nyuma ma wa me manento for the future of the song. I don't say they may come and say but Sakode u hia ne nyankopon afre waka to say ye hia ewo enyum mu se nyame se ma embra nyum no na obi antumi nya for the money ona se na eno ne ehia wa ade anu mu a nyame na ene wa kasa then go ahead otima se do whatever it is etiri me program ameye enya asoyi program but software ne me ameye program otima se can you imagine me fellow pastors can play say condom products na sponsor me program no Emma a defeated purpose from them allowing their church members to come to my program every year.
Hey. I remember when Nasi was doing his first concert at the National Theatre, and he had one of these condom, condom company. I've forgotten the brand. Let's forget about the brand.
But the product, I think it was Ebony.
Yes, Ebony. And almost sponsor. I mean. No, did it defeat the purpose? Look at the way the place was filled to the brim.
You saw the bashing.
What bashing?
I'm speaking from my personal experience. I don't go. Joy Daddy, Bites. And now back on Casapreco. My first event. Casapreco for the day almost send me a more year. Buy a man pink bino. And I'm responsible program. Come, sir. I saw for me. Sorry, I'm in your money now. A fraternity. I'm called lecture. Almost see almost sorry my me event no because the brands that are sponsoring are alcoholic brand and
were they willing to sponsor you
program now
and were they willing to sponsor you as the alternative option
with whose money
maybe show Councillor Lucho Ricky Anoche so name Ricky Anoche
former manager of
them
a friend saying links and
no, Ricky Anoche. He's now with Max. Yeah.
Okay.
Ricky Simen Kantra will say, tell Councillor that if the container and the content are the same, then he should chew the wine bottle after drinking.
Aye.
Chew the pentois after eating the fufu. The fufu. Sana Ricky Simen Kantra.
Ricky said, anybody you see finish drinking wine and chew the wine bottle has a mental deficiency in the making because the bottle is called bottle and the wine is called wine in the bottle. So the Bible says that you can't put a new wine in an old skin. So tell me.
Well, let's go on Facebook. Let's read some of the comments. Facebook for the end where you Miss Richie. I say I followed and listened to both Obapa Christie and Sack for a long time. Honestly speaking, I think this is one of her worst songs ever. Hey. Ebenezer answer, I'll say as time goes on, it will sweet you. Obviously, Obapa Christie's songs touches souls. However, this particular one lacks a lot. The power in her songs is missing in this one outright. As they say, they move to me more thermometer, they determine power. Ebenezer, I'll say what Councillor is saying is false. This one is Obapa Christie featuring Sarkodie and also this one is Obapa Christie featuring Sarkodie, so it qualifies to be a gospel song of the year. The song is for Obapa Christie, the gospel artist, and not Sarkodie. Persia JP, Councillor is lying. Lady Prempe and Asem the rapper did a marvelous collabo. They performed it everywhere, including churches, and was nominated for VGM. Queen Davi also see, no matter what you do, humans will get something to say. Jesus Christ, they gave it to him, not Ghana gospel artists. They should do it and you will see them warming up to it gradually. Well, I agree. Justice, wait, there was a comment Tilly. I think you don't understand, Councillor. Please, the container determines what is in it. If not so, then it's deception. Here we go again. Everyday Bible. The Bible is a book written by men. God and Jesus did not write anybody. Be wise, small. The same white man who told you the Bible that God hates LGBTQ is now telling you that God made a mistake. Blind African. just read this last one where you say Christians who are having the kind of mentality Counselor is having are the ones that are grad has scammed. But the song it sweets me small. Oh. The song what's epic? Obapa Christie on this one, or Dinner featuring Sarkodie, 15th album of Obapa Christie. This is the lead single on the song called Dinner, the Sovereign God. It's a beautiful one from Obapa Christie or Dinner Home featuring Sarkodie. The song Idejom. Muma munina munkoti na mun streaming na enyefe. Wate. Mun streaming na enyefe na yeni na yentie.
Yes, touch. Nyamini pa semesi. Nyamini pa semesi.
Asemesi wo.
Na nenie
Yankofo.
Sesia tili.
And you coming home.
Now I can't see. As you can see.
Yes, I was blinded.
So can you please testify?
Oh, hallelujah.
Obapa Christie. Obapa Christie.
This song. You feel Obapa in the song.
Yes.
Obapa Christie say me more new way Emma Counselor Lutro. Obiani dear na chesa we chairman na wo bo adwuma ye why wadwin se wunti obiana wo yire samra ne nko na obetie dia ene na chairman yire wo hu wo fie na yire wo hu wo dem na yire wo hu wo mpaso dia ba ko am recommend ya ma on se wo benya wo kiss condom what ya see na wa pe wo kiss strawberry gel na wo dia bosso ene na chesa wo ku hu ama wo dofo wo se wo bri wo moja ni ama wo dofo na dia chi a wa bon samra ne was a chairman was a miami was a chairman was a menono was a mira was a wura mi sanity a kiss condom na uko a chemical store via na a pharmacy via ubenya kiss condom na watu na wapa kiss strawberry gel na no so no wo dia bosso I just a big beer and the smoothness level any other the lumba can right me mama feel me baby say baby Ewu. Well, yeah, sorry, and I didn't so now topic back when a councillor was hinting media banny and canna just say sorry. So, someone may yes in the training Jamaica. Only say Jamaica, yes, say the ass one Ghana food in a baba be ye a ye pill. Jamaica, just as I say, that's what Bagana happen, intino, I say. One year baby na watching ye chem we ye Jamaica ne me amia be ma ye Nana Romeo ye interview kakra ye Ethiopia she doesn't matter me no she doesn't matter me no so man must so amoso neki sibabu bomso mampuso kewo she never met Rosa, me no mammo. She never met Rosa, me no mammo. Someone must so amoso. Neki, si babu bam so mampuso. Kewo, na, gede bebe. Kuna bunu bibia, ekwama fosu emedana madao. Kuna bunu bibia, itroni dede bebe. Therefore, Jamaica say, a year our dodo, a year polygamy na yenina ye can Christophone be say a bonny woman penny. Jamaica say polygamy bet to me and solve Africa problems. Nigerian actor Jamaica has caused a stir on social media after noting that monogamous marriage are the reason Africans are going through several problems. In an interview with Nana Romeo shared on social media on July 30th, Jamaica noted that polygamy, when practiced, can solve Africa's problem. He explained that initially he did not believe the concept of polygamous relationship. However, after a careful analysis and experiences, he thinks it is for the best. Or say, I used to be dismayed about the concept of it, but I am beginning to be open about it or open to it. I think it might just solve the problem of the world. I have seen men who have practiced it, and somehow I am beginning to see some resemblance of peace. He stated, the actor added that monogamy compels men to lie and cheat on their partners. Hey, cheating and lying are such a disastrous thing to do. Every time you have to tell a new lie to cover the old one, you would never find peace, he added. Buttressing his point, Jim Ike referred to the Bible citing individuals who had more than one wife. Yes, yeah, solve Africa form of problem. The Mike is saying, what didn't any two from Nanka Kane Nanka, where do draw their own one part to crab, and no, what didn't any two from our share, Memma, one more worried to do who saw more or more assume G. Was they assume JB a woman? Tell me when it tell now, yes, sorry, so yow. Una oya bema. Would you to Musa?
I think say me live so much of a life experience. Say me see our conversation with me because me Bob Brasa, my men can say. Inti made a major my counselor. I'm so meet here to your work and I'm so media a foot on my home.
Okay, counselor. Jolate.
See, but Sanko, where say Mariana Monya Wale Yana Moyaka, a quantum wale mun tiebi. Pa, a who here. My cousin with that, and Phoebe Bridge will say, and Mario baby in a home, we are very beautiful. Omukunuma Wale Dada. Fediagro, most beautiful, affable, light, fair, breasted, booted young women who are growing steadily have their husbands already married. And we are part of the reason why till today nobody is marrying them, and we are blaming them to be single. And when they go and have children, we come to blame them because they too, they have children with just anything, not something very relevant. And for those of them who are not even bold enough, only obi keke eko wa. Omo ni abutre nti no, omo gi akora ne kura se akora ne hyebre ehwe no. Iti de Jamaica kan e ade da ho dada ya. Polygamy is not that a man will have many wives. It's that every woman will have a husband. I repeat. Polygamy is not that a man will have many wives, but it's that every woman will have a husband. Yeah. As bad as marriage is, try having a husband. And 1 year can. But I say, amamre na ye beto ye no. Amamre beto ye mra. Enti ye chro mra no. Ye di amamre ni shemre num. Hey Ghana bakosem. Mumbo nsema Ghana nkrofo etwo 1992 constitution. Omwen ya wade dudu enfi mu da ye de ma yen. Ghana ha yen show bia se wale baako. Mre bia ni kroimu bisa Abraham. Mre bia ni kroimu. Bisa no pa no kancho. Mre bia ni Ghana chese ya ware baako. Na wo ware baako a ye be chichiru akun debi. Emran ma ye ho kwan se obeso ware baako a fasa kwan so obeso ware dodo a fasa kwan so nanso ye ma menu ma ye ne omo tena ye omo tete ye no e ma ma wi ate se mo a mo sisi so a mo ho ofe gina so se wan gasa pe wukunu dodo na ye twa mo ntro se oni obi kunu da kura wo so be bre da ache o ma me di won ntro se oni obi kunu da wo se du kunu be da ye won krofo a ye yi won kunu ye ware won virgin wi a ye yi won kunu omo kunu de omo kunu mo ye ne omu krum kra sisi fia ma mba ya foforo bi hwe ye won krofo bi am girls bi honom ko ye omuti hairdresser na oti oni kru na ebo anu me ne wanya skill bi adaachi bi wo ya ma wa ye fine ye titi ma ne ye sem adwen se wanya wu kru na obi kru de ye duabo ya men kanchiro obi a wonim se wo sunsumo se obi ani asase so a odi obi kru achi no ko bo odu e be ka wo da there's nothing like that.
Hey, counselor.
I'm telling you. I dare anybody who says it's spiritual. Oh, TSC, say, may you do no free telephone can just say, who could you be cool as she say, wah, yet to me, both Yamani count and count. To you and count. Obi dear money part of senior from you be monato the edican. Monato, yeah. Who should be it in a da, ye account. What does it? But say obia or dinner ho ase sorry e preso say mimi nim say sebio ma wale na me ma wale no ma jatu mu say meni asimesi a on wale ye twempra ne kompem agromu a woni wan Ghana mra enka ne ba bia da so ne obeyire da ye nche wuntum mra bia ni kuromu sa Madi wuna emawi wenyi 38 39 40 okuranufuo okurato ne skin demu onya papa bi mani manage yankana ka se wa senipa onni onama okasa wona no nketen se bodanfo awale dodo be na ye na asofo agya tren na wo ware dodo aye ma communion hwe utie mi enne na akọ asori bi ne eso to awade so a onni communion sofo no wadi wonto ja sorry no communion ya boni wonti ye communion ena atilem ne akọ ngodi ade da bi we to awade so na afi na ade tete ukunu se amame kwa asori kwa mtin kwa asori ebe ya ti wanim na yi baako mi ana opanyin no yem hey kalu polygamy is an answer no kura na jima kaka na fi na wahu no kura no because no earlier on one authority ai you oppose authority apa once you tell me mo wale fofora na mutimu ndia mu I and my wife were one. We'll be in a family together. I swear I will never cheat on my wife till I die. Well, boy, who do you have? Because nan say over treaty. Won't you over treaty? I brand to be your general home now. Because me and my wife we do everything together. So when you obi on the iri dear boom bia for the rest of obi a we bia was assist so ko yiri nim bia no wonya bema.
Hey, Councillor Lutrot. What are you talking about?
Oh, please.
Well, being in the area for dream. So I mean, Jamaica na can asem say. Wono de sise no hu ne say aware dodo no ebetumi asolve Africa problems.
And yes we not solve. Na solve no mo person mo say no.
If one person mo say no.
Enye mo bro fufuo yi omo de one man one wife yi person say nkomo yi. Na person mo say no. And omo say mo adwen. So the polygamy training na see de ma ya no omo nyi no. Tilimu. As you are growing, they have to nurture you in the polygamous mentality so that you admire the life of a polygamy. You go to Labadia, you can see that they are living polygamous compound house.
Now, South African problems, not polygamy, the best solve economical problems and other problems.
More than necessary because see, say Obapa e practice polygamy or common dia kolebia with you because anti adwa kodom no be nua aduane a onim say ya nyina ye kunuba. We don't cook one side, they don't feed the rest. I'm telling you, I have lived in a home where women, Ajela Fiama, you see Danica, Titi Dan will say, a long corridor. Papa will say, and baby, they play together, they eat together. Nothing happens to them. Until we brought you people with your spirituality, your younger mind, your single man, one wife. Amukum money because your polygamous wife never want their man to die. If a man marries more, he doesn't die early. Because all the wives are protecting their interests. They protect your male organ with good medicine, good food. One wife, she doesn't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Look. You can look at the face of a single woman who has married. You are married one. She'll tell you that I didn't know. I have regretted marrying somebody like you because you are the only one in your life. And I'm saying, Ghana for no, the Ghanaian constitution has made it clear for you. The Cap 127 says that it is your choice to go and choose the one that kills a man faster or the one that prolongs the man's life. Polygamy is not that a man will have many wives. That every woman, I want to repeat that point to you. If you say, there's nothing called polygamy. Unfortunately for us is that every woman will have a husband. Yow, you are now coming. So on the page, we are saying that this is a marital conversation. Tilly, you have told you already. The way you look.
Tilly, no,
make sure that you tap into the already made glory.
Oh, yes.
Don't start in the camp of these young boys who are struggling like you.
Oh, counselor, if you with Matthew, and I've opened myself up to be a third or fourth wife.
Yes.
Power to the people.
Yes, power to the people. Me Matthias say, yeah, me brain one. I can't wait.
Because you're way now, but you say, yeah, Kowali, young go sha, not go for some media boys, but could call anyone there. Such a waste of resources. No, that's a waste. That's a waste of resources. I'm telling you. With this endowment you have gotten, there is a man who has married 2-3, and they want to die with a younger girl like you who speaks English like MC Boa. A man who I just saw your new wife on social media. MC Abaya we home. Yes, the Bible says that David who ye obi anji say we. Doctor for pupils I who just say we agwa otumi da fa so sa. Mon po ba so no kokko bi ai under ne. Yes, under ne nas. No ye den one nas. Wanda ne kuku mu. Oda fitini sisi kwa ne nas. No ye den. I'm say maybe I get ya day you dear. Eja on da money ye din da. Na ka say
okay, cause
our de do ya eboa. Okay. The problem is stop brainwashing them. The church is washing them. So for maminya what is of papa? One of the problem is the church. The church is the problem. The church is the problem. Okay. And I'm saying more from the good sorry one choir. They're talking me women fellowship. They're talking me pastors' wife association, one of the demonic places I established in the church. I saw the be our pastors' wife association. I bet you take it or leave it. And ya same mama default when you be walemo. Who cruise in hoy. And now obi cruise pa. No I cancel it in the name of Jesus. And make mass on my face. That married men are interested in me. Break.
Tilly,
me mon dear. Send me can crack many material. Me our dodo anya ma de a problem. Se me ti hoi. Ne se nya me ho sisi me ho sui. menya obi kuno meto so third wife kra meko because sebe baby a medui me hia obi a fe na me be ye David be ye obi o woni baby because as I sit here me bo my brabo I need somebody as say because ni oba atena pen we hu say oba bi say o younger say ni treat no obetimi ahwem as a matter of fact I don't even want to live in your family house wo dey pedan bi oba bibi mame na enye me keke na me ne me ba yen hye ho na be sra me once a week na mame ade papa bi na me ndinda keke that is all me I want in life na pe me ka krokroa bi what you say na me dey me rounds o tie baka chom the away see me I'm not too
sorry
I'm not too face so I dey me ka wa happy I know they listen to me ka chom straight that is all I want I don't mind being a fit wife kra I don't mind but you see enkomo na wo kan it is true it is your mothers no mo dey say e trimu say o tare obi kunu ho a eye bone
na maka cho nya no kra
enye no kra dia na counselor anya mawu me better home but you see the problem is that most of the men here in Ghana omakoye sa asoriawa re ya akoye one man one wife eto kwatare ho a why illegitimate wife et me pato wo ba be mo ho na wutie no make sure say we traditional marriage where me better so any problem that is what I want but me in the spirit of competition and I will say say obema bia nyamba mienu a I think say some women will behave well under marriage.
Oh yes.
A lot of people because of say one man one woman thing say omu bom mema so dwen pa. It say wunya kitwa bi to say me na say anwumre mi wo so nyoma next time you will sit up. What you say? Ain't no
don't know me don't yeah no me oh don't me who oh
Tilly Facebook for no fans was your doso Tilly say Facebook for no Tilly win your fans yeah ready your cancel microphone on
yes madam Jose
na say abrabo we enye that difficult ya near dem rashe your homa we bia ye kitikiti if the laws of the land is not against polygamy
it's not
if it is not why is it a sin say sebe
even the Bible is not against it
what you say why is it a sin because me am eti hwe sebe menya obi beba bia ne nsem wo bi na say worry too crowd dada no say pia metimi ahwe
the balance na hwe
why not no why really why not
sister call
why want to restrict myself to one person if it is not working for me?
Who papa the sisters no sifie. Obi the sisters see that na yeah, starting with the whole house.
Yeah, they me betene mu. Why would I say? But you see, you have to know yourself as a person. That's one thing I learned from the late Maoli Semevo. Know thyself. So wo tie me na wo hwe na wo ntimi ni obi ncha. My dear,
don't go there. Na then you che.
But yeah, e betimi ache no. We want to be at peace and at the same time have partners.
Sister, then you
yeah, we don't care.
Sharing is caring.
What are friends for? What are women for? What are neighbors for? Say Okoda had 2 weeks. I know about how 1 week. I don't mind. Nye mekeke. Now me sika me be twa me ho. Now also the obeyene. Yeah. What you say?
I'll be of a man the future.
Yes, me I have to have I don't want to have my own. I can share with somebody as long as I'm happy. I am happy.
The truth of the matter is that you don't mind to airdrop.
I don't sharing Bluetooth. Never also because what are we doing? I will say me lumba koye you be anaki. Ain't sebe na ko obeti me me ba na me to say me wasting. No. Me I don't mind at all. If I can and if you are a good person. Problem I am mema no emodema a mass single one.
Till if our final words come,
they don't have any plan. Opeso or we will be no jawoko. Sebi. Opeso you so no call because on you say or now I no woman no on to me and warrel.
Go on from so.
Or be we still with time keke. No suffer them in paint. So we team now with me here. I am ready for marriage, but I'm ready to be a second, third, fifth, or fourth wife. So come with that plan. Na ye be kasa. Me na wo for kasa o matiasi. It's any any problem cry. Any kasa ye be kasa che. I have the plans. I need a man.
Councillor Pacho, final words.
Uni be me yaro. We say no ma me ya sorry be a minimum elder. Ochina no pa.
Obey meeting.
Ombe friend up to nothing. Say one tete ne be yi wo fi. Hwe. Ade ba ko se musua ne se. Mo de no kra ne tesa na nkwala no ko hu no kra na. Omma sebio mo dane simpampanyin ejimifo. Yentna ha emfo abone so. Ba ye mama ti asese awale dodo enyanye bone. Me say about 10-12 years ago, abaye bi amehia no. Ma wale awie. Na me ka say chale manage o. Ndo ka che me. You don't know people's husband. Still, mehia no. There's a 3 February Valentine Day. One wale still. Na me say, hey, if you could have agreed for me to even add you to my wife, by this time you'll be married. Or say yes. So are you ready now? Ready now? Say, I will be away. You do. Time I'm best we are the fresh. Also, farm me. I dare go here. O de breme. Me can't go see a sense to say Ghana mrano. Abakosma yedi diagrono. Me nim say Ghana mrano entia sanko boyi. Asori mrano entia ba sori nhihye bi o ma twa to ho no ene tia me sro ba bia me nu meduru nkun hu me nkoye di obi nya bi me ntena demu nsu pise for madaroma utie ye 104.3 ma wani mbie na pedi obetumi a pomodin enye hwehwe no so be yew ne yire na nso still aka no kure se enye de waware wa ban mu ese aban mu awade ne de wan hwa enye so mbe so no be ko obawi eja ho betiem ye kan nyina na nso no bobi a waware atoto so mienu nomination ye bie e wo United States of America e 3G honorary award obi awale dodo pa ma watena awade no ho ache ne mba nyina ne nkwara ne wasumbi otumi nominate because a nomination time board never decide good marriage award yenye bi the betma start na yen fan nko United States of America. It's happening on October 24th United States of America. Mr. Mo, just do the nomination. You can go to www.3G Awards. You can send it there, or you do an email straight to 3gaward@gmail.com. Nominate somebody. Obi awaye juma teacher, politician bia nomination at all. Na October yambo na baso ewa America. Wonso be so kobi a won krata semunye no mesre obra. Ya me candidate to say American body for aban sorry waka. Na ke ya adwene say 3 months no. Ye wa ko esa airdrop na ye drop wo mo hono through DHL. Letter ba say 52nd September. Obi se wu a. Obesan ko interview biom. San hihye no. Emwa. Because every 3 months bia ubuko akọ gina line mu akọ gina wiaso akọtu asika aban yesra wodwe homa yempa na yes America na yepese yekọ yakọ wale ho akọ wo ho ama ye ho akire yen boa ye ne anim engu ase yakọ bi adwuma wo ho ho ne ekọkọgi dollar ne be cc kuro no mondwe hu bio 0277 Vide du twonwa mecha ba bia wo bia nyame adom oda so tenkwam ginger chips nti 0277 609 644 0277 60 96 44 and na ye gamanche birthday ye man happy birthday gamanche otiso sisia emayen ye da sio ye da si
okay yeah
then they're simple me kai some months back 1st May me call launch of the Black Star Experience and I think at the launch no Ghana Mampenyin make some statement. In fact, okay, say July no yebe Ghana Fashion Week 7-day event. Now obe model amaye nyine no ankasa like Ghana made attire which was going to be organized by the Black Star Experience. In fact, Uncle Rexoma ka say ombe we temale. Ne 2nd August. The July na etwemu nche 2 days ni amba so. Unfortunately no so omo mbeka ahwe ye ka se ye nka ho asema anhwe na omo afaye for granted enu tina me ka no because ye be say amani ko ye dia and they say make sure say they be omo to so because omo be cancel an embassy at least once amama o mampanyin original live platform so they make statements and they carry weight what you say carry heavy weight in case amba so I saw omutimba explain it yen say adenti a entimi amba so and also me to asheda na yehu de ekọ but as a stance na de minim na maybe no ampanyin kan na se so de omo be kire mu nkire yen me say yenim bibi na esi no ana me de mente ye me hu news mu me de bi me hu news mu inti me mente inti explanation bi wo hwa na about na yehu because ye be say blast experience no ekon kan na ekoyie because every single month event ekoso na yesu enya kakra ebenya ye de pa inti explanation bi wo hwa me poma cho say on betimi aye in the public the way ya mo announce here no that same volume no betimi aka ho asem na industry for ne atiase a ye de pa.
All right, yeah, we san komo we edise ye bo ho komo na Tuesday Nyankopon ya adoma ye be twa so mamemfa a year a happy birthday and comma a year gamanche ene eye wo birthday His Royal Majesty King Taki Teko-Churu II, Ga Manche and President of the Ga Traditional Council. Ye pese ye fa Peace FM fidie kese yi so na ye de ma we happy birthday His Royal Majesty King Taki Teko-Churu II, ye Ga Manche and President of the Ga Traditional Council. Today we do not merely mark the birth of a king, we celebrate the unfolding and sacred purpose. His Royal Majesty King Taki Teko-Churu II is more than a leader. He is a living embodiment of Ga heritage, the spiritual anchor of our people and the vessel through whom destiny speaks. Chosen by tradition, crowned by destiny, and anointed by the divine, he carries the weight of the nation's hope with dignity, wisdom, and unwavering resolve. Through trials and triumphs, he stands firm, a pillar of strength when the winds of change blow, a voice of calm in moment of uncertainty, and a shepherd whose every step is guided by purpose rather than pride. His leadership is not loud, but deeply rooted in spirit. He leads not by command, but by calling. He walks in the footsteps of the ancestors, yet carves a path towards the future with vision, grace, and courage. Happy birthday to His Royal Majesty King Taki Teko-Churu II. Nana unkwaso Nyankopon onshraw na onyew kese. Make I must say and 6 p.m. at Independence Square. The night vigil celebrating the legend and the high life king Daddy Lumba at Independence Square. Every 6 p.m. copy 10 p.m. There'll be live performances, spoken word, poetry. The choirs will be there. Ebeyefe. Enti brana yenina yen so candle no. Na yen fan celebrate Daddy Lumba.